Okay, welcome to Out the Cold. This is a D&D campaign I'm playing with my friends. These are some friends that I've met through Discord servers and various different places, and they're all rather lovely. And I'm going to try and kill them. So this is a D&D homebrew campaign set on the world of Earl, which is quite a big place, big world, and these guys are currently on the continent of Frohast, or rather below it, where they have escaped certain death at the hands or tentacles of a wall stone slug, leapt across a fiery pit, and have now arrived in a small modicum of calm and respite in a circular cave space. And a fire was lit in the center, and various items were exchanged and perused and looked over. And that's where you join the party. We'll say that everyone has had their rest at this point, so everyone, if they haven't done it on their character sheets for healing, etc., long rest themselves and get themselves all healed up. I can't quite remember where we left it at the end of the last one. If we'd already done that, I think we did that in over Discord. So everyone should be on full HP, all spells. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I'm fine with everything.
Cool. How about you, Nan?
Yep.
You're good. And Sin?
I think yes.
So
yeah.
we'll just do that little bit of, we'll go to where we'll kind of pan the camera or whatever to Niala and Arden. So Niala has just handed a sword to Arden after identifying its magical properties. Are you handing it back? What are you doing? Let's go from there.
Just heard traffic.
Yeah.
All the way down in this cave.
Arden looks down the cave.
Sorry, give me a minute.
It's okay. It's just a strange moment of us just like,
yeah,
huh?
like in the cave, and then
It was the wind going
sorry,
through the
I just
cave.
like to have my window
oh
open.
yeah, that's
to
what
have
it
it.
was. That's it, like another gust of wind, like that sent your arrow off course last time. Then. Okay, so yeah, Niala, you just hand the sword back to Arden, and Arden, where do we go?
I take a moment to look at the sword. I just have a look at the gem again. Is the gem still being rather fiery, or is it settled down? Or...
It appears to just be kind of, it's got a glow to it. It doesn't seem to do anything more or less as you turn it in your hand.
Niala, do you think this would be useful for you?
For me, no, duh. Use it.
Thank you.
I'm
I
not
appreciate
proficient
you
in this
looking at
kind
this.
of shit. I don't use even those. Why would I?
was
I
gonna
have
say-
magic.
You can do much scarier things with your magic than most of us can do with a blade.
Oh yeah, believe me, Yanni.
Okay, so
Well,
I remember
um,
one time I have roast a man alive, and I shouldn't say this to you because you're a human.
I appreciate that, I think. Right. Thank you for looking at the sword. I'm going to go and talk to Sin. Okay.
Yeah. Since what you
Right.
did to her,
Yes, well, I'm going to go and have a chat.
yeah.
And I walk away, and I'm going to go over and speak to Sin. Whatever Sin is
As
doing.
he's approaching, all he sees and hears is it's just like Sin looking over like the journal, and like whispering to herself. Give me a minute, but continue.
Right. Well, I was going to speak to Sin.
okay, so we'll cut from that. So
Uh,
Nan,
cut from us for the moment.
Yeah.
I want to. So we've rested. We're all long rested. So okay.
Yeah.
Can I take a look around the immediate area and if this? I think we're in a relatively large cave, and see if there's any like plants or anything growing anywhere.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check to do such a thing.
Cool. Let me.
So that's a d20 and then plus whatever it says plus next to your investigation, or roll it on the thingy and we can see it all come up all together.
So roll it in Discord.
No, if you do it on, have you got D&D Beyond up?
I do.
If you click that, we should all see it.
Okay. Oh, and if I click on, hang on 2 seconds while I
Sorry. You find that?
click the correct thing. And you said what kind of check? Investigation.
Investigation, yeah. So it's about
Cool.
halfway down on your skills.
Oh, bloody hell.
For those watching at home,
Oh,
D&D
7.
Beyond had a nice little update now we can all actually see each other's
Oh,
dice rolls
yeah.
on
I've
it.
got it here. I'm looking at it. 7 + 1. Okay, so you've got an 8 in total. So what you look around the space. What specifically are you looking for? Are you looking for something you can turn into a medicine, or?
Yeah, I'm looking for anything that I can attempt to pick and that would be useful in any kind of
Okay.
potions.
You see some regular sort of cave mosses in this space. There is no sort of fungal growths or anything that you immediately see to be a component for a potion of such. But you do know that some of the lichen that is growing, a certain purple variety, makes a rather nice tea. So if you want to collect some, you can grab some
Yes,
of that.
please.
Yeah, so you scrape away a little bit of this lichen and conceal it within a little pouch, and you have a rather tasty brew for your next rest. You take enough for about 3 cups worth.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to pan over to Maruk, who is just trying to heal his ruined arms from Nyala's scratching and sore muscles from Sin's forever seemingly being unconscious. What's Maruk thinking? What's Maruk doing? Tell me.
So yeah, he's just kind of just sat there, just kind of communicating with his like go-to god, which I can't for the life of me remember the name of, but give me a minute and I will find out.
It didn't help that I changed Pantheon for you, did it?
No, it really didn't.
Sorry.
I need to find out where it is now. But yeah, so he's kind of just there, and he's just kind of clutching like his amulet and just kind of like communing with his god, being like, please just help me get the hell out of this cave. And to see like sunlight again. He's just kind of like
And stay alive. Maybe?
Yeah, kind of like just stay alive, get him out into the sunlight again, and kind of he's also kind of like praying for the rest of you to like get out alive with him and be like, these guys are pretty cool, can you maybe help us all out? But yeah, he's kind of just like knelt off to one side and just kind of just he's got this amulet like necklace in the one hand and just kind of just there, just kind of muttering all this in Goblin.
In Goblin?
In Goblin.
It sounds
Goblin?
quite horrific, I imagine, like kind of a
Yeah.
muttering, gibbering.
But,
Like, so Maruk's
yeah.
on his knees going,
Yeah. Because like that. Yeah,
You
because that's
speak
what like.
Goblin.
Yeah, he's a bugbear. Of course, he speaks Goblin.
I
So-
speak
so to
Celestial
retcon what Van
Common
Arden
and
was doing earlier.
Draconic.
Yeah. Sorry, go again, Luke. Sorry, Arden.
Instead, just to retcon what Van Arden was doing a little bit earlier, rather before then he goes over to Sin, he's actually going to approach Mororuk while he's kneeling and hopefully just at the tail end of his prayers. And he's just going to approach him and he's just going to put a hand on his shoulder just to let him know that he's there before saying anything.
Kind of just kind of like mid prayer, kind of just like acknowledges that. Yep, that's English. Acknowledges Van Arden's hand, and then just kind of goes back to it. As like, it's nice to have like the like someone there, because like, he's very much used to doing this alone in private, and it's nice to have someone else there with him.
So there's a sense of camaraderie between the prayer that you're telling, and Arden immediately recognizes it as prayer rather than just some sort of accursed language falling from your lips. That hand lays upon your shoulder, and Arden, not speaking Goblin, thought that that was an appropriate pause to give you some comfort. But even with this slight misunderstanding, you take the gesture as it's meant.
Yeah.
And it's one of solidarity and one of companionship.
Nyala would be like looking at Mork and like,
And who are you gesturing to, Nyala?
She's so judgmental.
she is. I'm actually looking at Ninjala, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? What he's saying? Just genuinely confused. It's Cord. Found the god.
And the god. It's Cord. He's pranked a Cord.
I don't have a god as a. Oh yeah, the Storm Lord.
Yeah, I'll send everyone the list of the Pantheon at some point, because it's the Pantheon that is in Critical Role, actually. So it's older editions.
Oh.
Yes, it's like
it's slightly different to
It's
the
more
one that's in the
simplified
5e,
than
but
some of the.
it's just that's the one that's the sample Pantheon, I think, in the Dungeon Master's Guide, and that's the one I kind of read first. So Nan, what are you replying? Are you coming up on this gesture of confusion, or?
Yes, and kind of nodding confusedly. I've seen others do similar actions when thanking certain things, I guess, entities. So this is not confusing for me, but the sounds are, I've not heard these sounds before.
Yeah. I think we're just looking at each other like.
And then,
what the fuck?
Nan, you have heard whisperings like this before, though. Okay. In a similar tongue, it kind of rings a slight bell in the back of your mind.
But not as eloquent.
Not as near.
I see.
Okay, so
I'm going to wait for Rook to finish his prayer, and I'm just going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's fine, friend. What can I do for you?
Well, just after averting certain death, I thought I should check in, as it were. I just want you to know that what you've done so far hasn't gone unnoticed. If it wasn't for your actions, Sin would probably already be dead. In fact, a fair few of us would probably already be dead. So thank you for that.
It's not a
And
problem at all.
I'm going to speak to Sin in a moment about our disagreement. And maybe I should have listened to you earlier, back in the cave with those creatures. Maybe I should have held my blade and taken into consideration what you were saying, and we would not have been in the mess that we were. So for that, I apologize.
No no apology necessary. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
every mistake that we make is a chance for learning, and I'm assuming that you've learned from this mistake and can go forwards with a clearer mind and will think more before drawing and more before engaging. But know this: if you do decide to engage, I will have your back for as long as I can.
Well, that being said, if you're going to have my back, maybe you should have a weapon that can help you hold your own. And I take out the sword. This was in that body in the ice further back.
Yes, I recall somewhat.
Despite how decorative it looks, you might find it useful.
Thank you, friend.
Nyala had a look at it. She reckons there's some kind of property that will keep back the wounds of its wielder.
And she's like, "You're welcome."
But yeah, thanks. Yeah.
No thanks necessary, friend. Just
Okay, so Arden then leaves his chat with Maruk and continues on his walk over towards Sin. And
I have a pretty sword.
Yeah.
Sword is disarmed.
This is a really nice bromance here.
Yeah, I love that moment. That's good, guys.
So I approach Sin. What's she doing?
Sin was looking over the book.
Yeah, like in the corner somewhere, just like looking over, whispering to herself.
Does it make for good reading?
Like she looks up to Arden and it's like, yes, actually. I found something very interesting as I was going over it.
Care to share with the class?
Yes, let me look it up because I forgot what it says exactly. Apparently, there is a hidden tunnel somewhere in the. Where is it?
Do you want me to recite it? I've got it.
Yes.
So there was a note inside, almost hidden in the back page, that fell out, and it gave guidance to a place that an exit from a room of steam vents. The eastern exit. There was a hidden chamber further inside this cave, written in a language that is never normally written. In Sylvan.
Well, that could be useful. And you say it's close to the eastern exit.
The note said eastern exit of this chamber full of with steam vents.
So, look, before we carry on and make a plan with the others, I just want you to know I regret what happened earlier. But I don't want you to think this apology is me condoning your actions. I apologize for bringing my fists to your face. However, you are quite reckless. And if we're all going to get through this, we need to get through it together. But once again, I apologize for raising my hands against you.
There's no need to apologize. I know that I have been reckless with my I don't know if people call it a pet. Let's just call it like a little creature for now. And I know I've been reckless when I thought I could like jump off the rope in a way. So I should be the one apologizing to you since I know that you guys had my back and I should have done that alone.
My only words would be now is just take more caution. Because while we're down here, our own actions don't just affect ourselves, they affect all of us. That's something I have learned. So let's move forward with that in mind. But I think it's
And-
time we probably speak to this person that we found. They might know more.
And Sin, no more pets.
Okay, so the firelight is dying in the center of the room, and no one has actually introduced or spoken to the new person in the group yet, apart from Nyala, who has not asked the name, just looked at her as she doesn't understand praying, and the fire's going down, and people are starting to. You're thinking it's about time to move on and make a progression through what lies in front of you. So, where do we go? What's happening?
What do we call you?
I do think some people did talk to me when we were doing some stuff on Discord as well.
In the Discord, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, but it was kind of, nobody asked me my name for sure. So, but yeah, Sin has spoken to me, I think, as well as Nyala.
Just a bit.
Girls are sticking together.
Yeah.
Forgive us
I mean-
for our rudeness. We were kind of in a bit of a pickle to inquire names, but since we are here, what should we call you?
You can call me Nanjala or Nan for short. I realize this must be a strange situation to be in. Wasn't quite expecting to find new people down here yet.
What did you expect then?
I expected to be able to leave this place. I hope leave this place without running into the people that I entered with, but I find myself unable to recognize clearly this where we are right now. So I am.
Did something happen with those people?
Last night you mentioned they were being rather unsavory. What happened and what were you looking for here in the first place?
I would like to ask you all the same if I am to tell you what happened.
Well,
We came here strictly by accident.
yes, but you have to say the story from the beginning. Actually,
We fell down a
fishes.
hole. Let's not give her the long version, please.
Fishes.
Basically,
Pardon? Fishes.
we were
Fishes
hired.
are the most
Yes, okay.
Fishes.
Fishes, yes.
Fishes.
fishes.
We were hired to take this sled of these two sleds of fish from this little tavern all the way to the big city. We got about a day and a half in, and the floor underneath us collapsed, leaving us in this cave. We managed to find our way through to a colony of like fungal creatures, which we helped.
Oh, and I get out the fish and I just fishes.
Yes, those fish, Nala. We saved this colony from our employer, as he was like hacking his way through most of this colony.
He was stupidly genociding children.
Yes, he was killing mushroom children. And then we were told to see the elder of this fungal community. We did so, and then we passed over this kraken-looking thing with tentacles, and then that which was the no, that wasn't the noise. Yes, then Sin tried to adopt a ceiling slug, which, as well as
That
us,
was stupid.
it was very stupid, and as well as us killing a lot of them, angered their mother, which was the big whirr thing that was chasing us. And
Yeah.
that's when we met you.
I see.
Trust me, nobody thinks this is more absurd than a me. But we are telling the truth.
Yes, something tells me that such a story would be hard to fabricate. So I am familiar with the creatures of which you described before, the creature we ran from together. This was my purpose here before I found Yule, and I was similarly hired for a job that turned out to be a job that I was not willing to continue. It involved the mushroom-like people.
Myconids is the
Yeah, I kind of feel like Nan would just be like mushroom-like people.
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I
We just came
mean,
across them in a cave. We don't know what they're called.
And they wanted to do the thing that many do in the world. They wanted to use and to harm beyond excess, and they wanted to not just, they wanted
They're
to
harvesting them.
I believe so. They wanted to return with many of these creatures for profit, and I understand.
I'm sorry, but what a bunch of assholes.
I am glad you are in agreement. I have to.
I mean, why would you? I don't understand living people outside of plain and forest. Why would you harm such creature? I live in a plain, in a beautiful plain, that just some bunch of idiots burn because they thought they could build a city and that would be better. Spoiler, it was not.
I would like to hear more of these lands that you could come from. They sound.
Oh, they were beautiful.
It sounds
Really
nice.
beautiful. A beauty, but now it's just black ground and just muddy and black mud just everywhere.
What
I also-
pretense did this group hire you for coming here in the first place? If you didn't know their true intentions, what did they tell you was going to happen?
They hired me for my skills that we were going to explore. We were going to come here and find goods, find minerals, find things that were not living creatures, of not destroying families, and natural creatures, and I had to disagree, and disagreeing with many of these kinds of people does not go well, and I ran and escaped. My intention
Yeah.
was to survive and leave, but I
may have asked you this last night, but how many did you come with?
there were more than two hands, more than two hands of number, more than 20, around 20, but they may be less now. I believe some were not doing well on the expedition. I don't know where they are now. They could still be here.
So-
That's why.
And you know what? We are better without them.
So just to be clear here, when you say more than two hands, you mean 4, or do you mean
20.
More
20.
than 10.
20.
okay?
The
Because there's a big difference.
I think I may speak for Niala, Arden, and Sin here when I say if we are to run in them, we will protect you, we will help you as best we can, and we will help you get out of here.
How did you get here? What transportation?
Oh, we took the sleds, the caravans that the people owned. I am not sure. They will have taken them. Had they escaped by now? I assume that. Yeah.
I'm just concerned that if we do get out of here, we're still in a frozen wasteland. However, if they are still here, there may be means of us leaving this place, taking sleds or whatnot. Might be the only way we don't end up being stranded out here.
Well, we will cross that bridge when we come to it, Arden. For now, we just find a way out and then go from there.
Yeah, and quick, because between the ice that just froze on my feet and the fire lake, the magma lake we had last time, I just want to have a nice bed, a nice rest, and just don't do anything at all. Just chill.
I will agree with you there, Niala. I could do with a nice bath myself.
Yeah. How do you bath with so many fur?
It's a challenge, I'll tell you that.
And you've already witnessed Niala's experience with water and then heat when she fluffed up in the
Oh yeah.
in before. So you put down the fires and pack up your thing. You have all met and spoken of your travels and tales of where you're heading, and your general purpose of getting out of this underdark, hellish place. And so the only way is forwards into the small space that Nan had scoped out to see if there was immediate danger. And you, what you saw was this small space, but could hear that the cavern was vast around you. And I'm going to try something, guys. I don't know if it's going to work, but hold on. Tell me if this is like really crazy loud.
No.
You're about to be deafened. I hear like slightly echoey,
Yeah, it's like
screechy noises.
Good.
Oh, I don't like this.
I don't hear anything, in fact.
Okay.
It is a little quiet.
Okay, let me see if I turn it up here. I've not done this before, so
doing like a real life
We've
like,
got we've
check
got
for
ambience.
hearing.
Sound check 1 2.
Does that increase it for you?
Is that like whispering? Or like
It's like eerie
it's the
cave
same.
sounds.
Volume. But I appreciate the effort.
Ah, yeah. Okay. There we go.
oh I hear it now.
Right.
I hear it.
Ah, I hear it.
Okay, there we go. Some spooky atmospherics to kind of filter in. So you stand in this small space, and in front of you, you see several stalagmites on the ground, a pile of rock before you, passageways going immediately left, ahead and left, straight ahead, right and ahead and to the right. It's up to you guys to decide which way you go. You have no idea at the moment, Nan, which direction to take.
Hmm.
I'm going to take out a torch, so I presume it's dark.
It's very dark.
And I light it up for him the moment he takes it out.
The
Yeah, I'll
only
take it
one. The only one without dark vision.
Does anyone have a compass? I do not.
I don't think I have a compass. Let me look.
I see the stalagmites and I just think to myself, I'm not falling for this again. And I pick up a rock. And I just throw a rock towards the stalagmites just to see if anything moves.
Make a ranged attack then.
Oh, God. Where I zoom? Right. A ranged attack. I've got one of them somewhere. Here we go.
Just a dart or whatever you've got.
Yeah.
I'm going to consider you proficient with throwing rocks as well.
That's a 13.
You throw the rock, and it clatters between the stones, and none of them appear to move.
Wait,
Right.
how tall is it? How far is it from the ceiling?
The stalagmites go up from the ground, probably about 6 to 8 feet in places, going up to 10 feet tall. They're very tall things. Anything that you see with a black top, consider impassable, basically, not climbable. Walls too steep, too high. They're reaching either up to the ceiling or beyond the range of your vision currently. At this level of
party.
the
Bit early to split the party.
Joking.
Which way do we want to go?
Oh
Which way do
boy.
we want to go? We go left, right, or forward?
I will. Sin, was there anything in the journal? Landmarks, discussions about the caves, anything that could indicate where we are?
I don't know about anything specific besides of what I told you. Damn, it's the same. We don't know which way is east. I want to say we could hug the wall, but that could take too long. Oh, am I muted? No, okay, I'm not. Okay.
Is there any, can I feel any draft or any particular, if I'm looking at the flame, is it flickering in any particular direction?
Okay, so you're standing right at the doorway. Would you like to move into the center of this space?
Yeah, I'm just going to move into the center of the space with the flame,
Okay.
and I want to see if I can feel any kind of draft. I want to see if the flame is flickering any particular direction, if there's any kind of wind.
Okay, you stand with your monk stillness and listen to the space around you. Make a perception check.
10.
A 10. So you stand there, you hear the sounds reverberating off of the walls, dripping of this underdark place. You think you might hear water not just dripping onto solid ground, but dripping into pools and liquid around you. It's quite damp at this point, but there is a heat still. You're still quite deep. You know, you must be not far higher than the magma and heat that, and lava, or there's definitely still volcanic action around you. You don't get a sense of which way to go yet with that roll.
Well, my best guess would be we need to go up. So start looking around at entrances to caverns, tunnels, and whatnot. Is there anything that looks like it's leading up?
There is a passageway directly ahead of you, so one sort of left and up, and one right and up.
So they're both going up.
So,
Great.
so which way do we want to go? Left, right, or forwards?
And then there's 2 passageways directly left, right as well as you're standing in this space.
Okay.
Can
we wanna
I
go left, up, right, or right?
can I do an investigation check on maybe to find something about
Okay, yeah.
So-
You're going to investigate the rocks faces and stuff, or the floor. Where you looking?
maybe the rocks.
Okay, you're going to have a look at the rocks. Okay, cool. Yeah, make a roll.
Please, D&D
Investigation.
Beyond, be nice with me. Oh. 13.
13.
I don't know. Did you see it?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, it's perfect. It's wicked. It pops right up on my screen. You
13.
reach to the set of tumbled rocks in front of you, and as you lift your head to sniff the air, you place your front left paw upon the rock and feel that there is condensation upon this rock, not beading on it. The rock's quite cool, and there is beading upon this rock. The others are slick with moisture, but not beaded with moisture that you've investigated around this.
Can
So
I
it's
look up
colder.
and see what's going on?
Darkness at the moment, but you hear just dripping constantly, and the odd kind of movement in the air. Yes, Nan.
Guys, there's something up there. Something is moving, and I'm not sure it's water.
Go
I
now.
am very unsure this
Not
is water.
morphing.
I on that I will likely move to where Nyala is and also kind of try and peer and figure this out. But as I'm heading there, I want to tell the rest of the group that the water does not come from below, it comes from the melted snow. So maybe there is a logical path with following routes of water back to their higher source. So in the absence of drafts or green vegetation that can grow in any light, then perhaps water is our best navigation element. But yeah, I'm gonna see what Nyala's kind of up to. I'm very cautious. I don't want any more nasty things. Can I check and see whether it's a drip or a
Yeah,
thing?
so,
Ceiling slug.
you use your so I was going to say like a survival. You're kind of looking for a tracking thing. You're looking
Okay.
You're looking to try and find your way back, retrace your footsteps, or see any signs to outside. So survival.
Okay.
Yeah, Nila just like looking at this and No,
the,
don't trust it.
at this entrance that you're standing at, you don't find anything to hint that this is the way to go. Neither
Okay.
here
Can
nor
I
there.
look at the ground and see if I can find any old tracks of Nanjala's
Yeah, go on.
to see whether she
survival.
came this way before?
Survival, then again, tracking for you. You're looking at the ground all around, yeah?
Yep, that's my second 13 of the night.
So you look down and you see a crisscross of tracks. You see where you've walked into the room, you see where Nyala has crossed the space with Nan also. And around you, footsteps seem to have come and converged on this space, shot into the space where you had previously been camping, and then returned to this space, and then in various ways split off throughout the caves as you've gone through. So it's like they've been crisscrossed many times in this area. There's no direct route to follow.
Seems like the people that were chasing me have all gone in maybe many different directions.
Or maybe they got hidden.
Well, let's continue on for now.
I don't know.
But I recommend we stay quiet unless we need to say anything, just in case
Agreed.
they haven't all left.
Agreed.
I don't feel like your compatriots, if they were willing to kill you, are more likely to be willing to leave empty-handed.
Okay, so which way are you going, guys? I need you to make a choice here.
Let's go up. Let's go the way that Nanjala mentioned, with that way,
Nyala has a
where there's
Yeah.
water.
on these rocks
There's yep,
Forwards then.
Mhm,
Yep.
I think so.
north on the map, I suppose.
Walking through this space, you reveal a cavern in front of you with small protrusions from the ground. And this room, everyone make a perception for me, a group one. So I want to get several passes. A group perception on this one then.
Oh,
I mean, it's a 17,
It's a
but
day
it
20.
was originally a natural 13. But 17.
I got a 18.
Today. So what was yours now?
20.
Yeah,
Oh, I can see it. What am I asking for? I can see it here. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, you can see them all.
Mm,
Okay. So with your group perception, you stand there, and Nan goes to walk further into the room, but Sin grabs the back of her garment, and you're stopped all of a sudden, and then you realize your footsteps have been masking a sound, and all of a sudden part of the floor erupts and a gout of steam comes up and fills
Guys,
the room, fills the space there in front of you. You're glad to not be standing above it.
This sounds like the book Steam Chamber.
Yeah, I got super excited when he said that.
so east of the steam chamber.
But which way is east?
I reckon, let's see if we can find some kind of cavern wall and just stick to it,
Yeah.
I believe
because steam will hurt.
I think, if I remember correctly, the steam chamber was in the east, but there was a hidden area from
There's a
that
hidden
area.
chamber.
So if we're we might be able to use that information to say, okay, well, this is east, this steam chamber, but I would double check that interpretation.
But depending on which how many entrances there are to this chamber depends on which direction we traveled from. So being here doesn't tell us what direction we're traveling.
Sorry, my computer's going really slow. I'm trying to reveal it, but it's like killing it with like streaming to you guys as well and sharing. So you
It's
look
okay.
into the chamber, and this is what you're confronted with: like a set of gaseous heaps upon the ground. The whole ground seems to be like cracked, and they pop up every now and then. Some slight, some quite larger, and the heat is quite incredible in this room, more than a pleasant sauna. You see an exit immediately left and behind you, so kind of leading back the way you came round the pile of rubble. You see an exit to the north, one to the up of the map, the north of the map as you look at it, and to the right of the map and to the left of the map also.
Well, that doesn't help which way's east.
I'm gonna pull my cloak, a bit of my cloak up over my mouth and wrap it around like a mask again. Sulfur oxide is not good for the lungs.
Well, I don't have. What do I have for this?
Your fur.
Does it smell like sulfur in here?
It smells heavily of water vapor, but it does have a slight sulfurous smell to it. You know it's to be volcanic. It's not far enough above the surface to have lost that kind of pungent.
That's how geysers are formed.
So, can I kind of like try and figure out where the dripping water's coming from, like which direction?
Okay, yeah, make a perception from here. This is how slow.
I would suggest we go to the northeast of the map, follow one of those paths, simply because if you, from the majority of the ways that you enter this room, if you're traveling in an easterly direction, those two would be it. Unless you came from that, in which case it would be the opposite.
With your roll, Maruk, you sense that you've walked slightly away from the sound as you left. It was as you crossed through this little passage here. You now realise that the dripping was coming from the right-hand side, and you hear a similar reverberation of water on water, kind of coming from this exit here.
I can hear water up ahead, but on the right. If we are still wanting to follow the water, I believe that would be our best.
I mean,
chance.
if we follow as a water, but not on the side that is going, but on the other side, yeah, maybe we should find something.
Sin, what
Which
are you
is
saying?
always good.
I did not hear you.
Sin, what are you saying? You know that there is an exit to this room that has something, but your message was incomplete, as you know.
So we're
Sin,
just
what
like
did-
right at like the doorway, right? Or like the small entrance right there? Like between the rubble and the wall?
Yeah, you can try that if you'd like to. Which side are you going of this space?
Alright, so I want to like slowly take my time to make sure that I'm not like on any of the cracks that's like gushing hot air, and like feel the wall to see if there's like any like to see if I can like find anything.
Which way you
I'm
working?
going.
Are you
heading
going
right.
clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Oh, anti.
Okay, so make a dex check for me.
Oh. That's not my best.
You go unconscious in the first hour of the session.
Oh
Oh,
god!
natural 20!
Oh!
No.
Nice.
So
Oh
you
God.
you dexterously with your elven innate ability kind of skip past the gouts of steam, seemingly almost instinctively knowing when and where they're going, stopping just as one gouts in front of you and then recedes down. You step over it beautifully and just over the little simmering bubbling through the cave floor, and you reach the wall on the left hand side of this space and follow it round and realize that it actually proceeds further into another tunnel.
Hmm. I wanna peek in a bit to see if I see anything like to see. Yeah, I would just like to peek in, like just look inside real quick.
Down the end of the
Uh,
tunnel,
Don't take it as a pet, though.
down the
Nah,
end of
nah.
the tunnel, you notice a reddish glow,
Oh, that's magma.
but not of
Okay.
not of that orangey fiery glow. A
Oh,
more pink sort of glow down the corridor.
Pink.
A pinkish glow. Yeah.
We're still in the main cavern, aren't we?
Sorry. Sin's peering
We're
down.
still in the main cavern, aren't we?
Yeah, you
And
guys.
Sin's gone down there.
Sin's just looking, so his view takes him down there in a straight line.
Okay.
Have you told us what you see, Sin? Or
yeah, yeah, I'll tell them what I saw, what I found.
So Sin shouts over his shoulder, says, "Hey, I see a light ahead," I see something down the corridor.
We're meant to be being stealthy, Sin.
I was gonna come back, but he just said I screamed, so
Okay. Sorry, you can
I'm just
you can rewind it however you want to do it. Sorry, go on. I said, not you. You do it how you want to do it, Sin.
Yeah, so I just see a pink light, right?
A kind of pink glimmer.
Oh, okay. Before I go tell them what I found, because I want to make sure I know exactly what it is, I get closer to where I can see what it is, and then I'll head
So you're
back
about,
at the
you're about here.
yeah.
Okay. So you see ahead of you what appears to be a reddish sort of crystal formation. Ahead of you.
Oh,
Can you make an investigation check while you're standing there?
yeah. Investigation. Oh, that's a 0. Let's see what I roll. 1. Oh no, not 1. 7. 7.
7. I'll give you advantage on it
Yeah.
because you've read the book.
Why should be worse? 13.
So with your hand on the wall, you lean in, trying to get a closer look at the rocks at the end, and you peer with your hands either side. These corridors are quite narrow, less than 5 feet wide in most places. And you reach and you feel a slight difference to the wall on your left-hand side as you stand there peering down the road.
I feel
Can I?
a difference on the wall?
You feel a slightly different texture to the wall on the left-hand side.
Oh. What type of texture?
It feels maybe not as thick, the stone doesn't feel like it's as dense.
Ah. All right, I'm a go back to to the entrance of where I just entered,
Yeah, yeah. So
and
around here.
yeah,
Okay.
and I'll do like that, like stage whisper, you know.
Hey guys, look what I found.
Yeah, basically that, and like,
Can't you be more quieter?
yeah, sure.
So
Boy,
you guys saw Sin run off down a passage
Girl,
darkened
that's-
you guys, unseeing from where you are, and you then see her re-emerge and beckon to you to follow.
I'll follow if no one else is going to.
Well,
same.
It's-
I want to be a sneaky kitty. So can I do stealth?
Okay, yeah, you're gonna stealth. So make a stealth roll, and then everyone who's crossing to where Sin
I agree.
is gonna.
20.
Okay, yeah, you are silent as anything, but are not naturally. So you're very quiet. And everyone make a Dex who's crossing the floor, the steam floor, please.
Oh, Dex.
Damn, you got a 20 on that stealth roll too.
Just a flat dex, yeah?
Yeah. Just
Oh, God.
Oh,
You're
I
really
just saw
not
that.
rolling tonight, are you?
Oh, Arden.
oh, what he rolled?
Oh, Nan's got a 6, a
I
12.
don't think I've gone over like out in double digits
I
at all.
don't know. I don't think you have you?
No.
Oh, no. You got an 11 for a stealth check you didn't need.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
so a gout. Sin's already there, and Nyala, did you do your Dex for me? You've done your stealth, so you're quiet.
Didn't my wait, what?
You
Which
need to
deck
do a
did you-
dexterity check.
A Dex,
Oh,
please. Straightforward Dex.
Please be a 1. Yeah.
Amazing.
So
Sorry.
Maruk and Nan, you take 4 damage as a gout of steam catches you as you go by. Nyala, you trip and fall on a protruding area of flooring, and a gout of steam catches you right in the center of your third middle through the cotton immediately, because you're only dressed in this cotton slip, and you get scalded on the chest for 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
So how many damage do I take?
6, please. Okay, so you've all
Oh,
joined
boy.
Sin here, and Sin's gestured down the corridor, and has
Were
said-
we? Oh, sorry.
Go on, Nan.
Carry on.
No, go on, Nan.
I was. Did we go anywhere relatively close to that other opening? I was going to see if I could sneak a look down it and see if I could see anything. But if we didn't go anywhere near it,
The one back on yourself.
yeah. Were we sort of?
But yeah, you can have taken a glance back down there.
Hmm.
That's no problem. I'll just open that up.
Or I keep going to look around to the rest of the other room.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what down that corridor.
Thank you, DM.
Okay. So as you see the end of this passageway, those of you with dark vision see this slightly lighter patch down the end, and Sin has been closer to it. Sin?
What is it?
Oh, did I see the crystal?
When you moved closer, you saw the edges of crystals, crystalline formations of sorts.
Well, I didn't go all the way. I only went halfway. Oh, what I'm guessing is halfway into the tunnel when I saw these like slightly glowing crystals, and with all that's been happening recently, I'd rather go with someone than go alone right now. So.
And Nanjala, was this anything that matches what your group was after, other than the mushrooms?
Just a question, did Sin say the color of the rock, or did you not?
You could probably make
Well, we
it
can
out
see
with
that
your
it's-
dark vision then.
Oh, okay, cool. I
If you
can
move
see.
closer.
I remember passing by this color of rock formation, but this is not the group. The group were not intending on taking minerals. They intended to harvest the mushroom folk.
It was simply just the mushroom folk. Okay. Well, the fact that these are still here and if they're untouched makes me feel like nobody's been here before. Let's have a look. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Why would you say
Um,
that?
I'm going to slowly creep up towards the crystals and just have an inspect on them and see if they have been mined at or chipped at in any kind of way, if anybody's tried to break any of them off before, anything like that.
Why am I just picturing, the thing with the like, don't be suspicious, don't be
Like the
suspicious.
pink, like the Pink Panther.
Don't be
almost.
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious.
Da-da.
You move
Oh.
you move your way along the passageway, and are now at the end of the passageway, and the space is revealed to you that there is a shard, a lump.
Someone's got some really loud background
Hmm.
noise, by the way, guys.
I'm kind of
It's funny, me,
struggling
there's-
to hear Pete.
Yeah, that's most likely me, to be honest. They're in the kitchen doing or talking.
Okay.
So sorry.
Just pop yourself on mute, and then when you want to talk, just
Yeah.
turn it off.
So you
Cool.
reveal something embedded in the ground. It looks like it has fallen and stuck into the ground. This doesn't look like a natural formation. The ground is split around it, but has obviously over time come to kind of become part of it. But
I look up to see where it could have fallen from.
you look up and there is nothing but darkness above you. It's a vast, vast space.
But there's no indication that anybody's tried to mine at it or take anything off of it before.
You could go and make an investigation if you like.
Yes,
Gotta be-
please.
You've got to get up close.
I will
God.
carefully get closer to it. Carefully, slowly, and sneakily.
Okay, so you're
Get closer to it.
your stealth. So what are the rest of you guys doing? Are you following up behind? Where are you guys?
I'm going to follow from a safe distance. I'm going to keep my 2 meters distance.
I'm
Oh shit.
What's with these
I'm-
rolls today?
Right,
I
that's it.
I
I'm going back
told
to
you.
physical.
I told you.
So it's not me. The thing.
Go on, where are you?
I'm going
Oh.
to sniff. I'm going to sniff the crystal.
Okay, you're going to be. How,
Like-
so you're sniffing in the general direction. You're walking right up.
I'm walking like maybe 5 or 10 feet towards it, and just in the distance.
Okay. And what about you, Nan?
I'm guessing with a check like mine, I'm just going, yep, it's a big shiny red rock.
You're gonna lick it with that check. Get your tongue stuck to
Fuck,
it.
fuck you.
Has the temperature of this chamber changed at all? I'm gonna kind of move slowly into it, but is there any temperature change?
Okay. So Arden, you walk closer, and there is a coolness in this space, cooler than the rest of the area. Niala, you put your nose in the air and sniff, and you smell. You don't know what you smell. This is nothing that you have ever smelt before. Nothing
Love of God, no one touch it.
have ever sensed before.
And just go.
And Nan, as you proceed down, you notice that the you're looking for the temperature change, and you see that beaded on the crystal, very, very cold. The steam from the corridor before is running down it in rivulets, dripping down it, and this rock is moist and glows internally, just gently, not magical. It could be a trick of the lava below, but seems to glimmer and shimmer and shift inside.
I'd touch it.
Can I?
I was mute.
No.
My investigation check was really bad, so I'd touch it.
Roll
just wanted to-
for,
I
roll
just
for
wanted
a
to say real
wisdom.
quick. Oh,
Wisdom. Oh, shit.
Can I do an Arcana check to see
What,
if I
a
ever
wisdom
see?
check or a wisdom saving throw? Sorry.
Save.
Wisdom save. Okay.
told
Oh, for
you.
God's sake.
I told you.
That wisdom check was fine. Wisdom save, however, is not as good.
It's not as
That's
good.
an 11. The
You
wisdom
know-
check was a 19. The wisdom save was an 11.
You now believe you are a rock.
You place your hand, reach out and place
Bless you.
your hand upon the rock, the crystal formation. At first, it feels just like moist, cold crystal. Then your hand is drawn flat to it. Your hand, you try to pull away, your hand begins to shake and you quiver, and your eyes flick back in your head, and you see this going on in front, and he's shaking, holding onto the rock, and visions are
I
flashing.
grab him.
You grab him.
I grab him and
You're-
just
make a
yank
wisdom check.
me.
A
Me?
wisdom
You want me to
save.
make
Wisdom save. Sorry, wisdom save.
Another wisdom save. Okay.
No, for Niala. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
21.
You resist and pull
Oh.
Arden away. You feel a sudden cold blackness seeping into you, colder than you've ever felt before. And you pull Arden away, and he is cold to the touch. Eyes back in his head. He lays prone on the floor, eyes flickering.
I'm like giving him some slap and like, hey, hey, hey.
Turn him
Wake
on
up.
his side so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Recovery position. Nice.
How do you know that? I don't.
I had to survive with one other person for a long time, and you don't want to choke yourself.
Okay.
You
She
roll-
just push him on his sides and like just shaking him
Angela
like,
completed
wake
her
up.
first aid course.
He
so,
has her first aid certificate.
you roll him onto his side, and you see like a slight foam at the mouth and dribbling. Gradually, the shaking subsides, but as you come to, you take 8 points of damage.
Me?
No, Arden.
Oh fuck. Please don't die.
And
all good.
Arden, this is
Fallen.
what you saw. You saw nothing but stars, stars and galaxies forever and ever, eternal blackness. And you are traveling through this space, hurtling, speed upon speed, unimaginable on this planet. You see ahead of you a small blue-green dot that grows larger and larger and larger in your view, until at some point you reach it and it fills your entire vision, and you feel yourself split apart and collide with one colossal boom. And you slept then until very recently. And that's when you awake.
What did I tell you, Arden? I said don't touch it, and then what do you go and do? You go and
What
touch
do you
it.
expect him to do? He's a man. You're a man. You're idiots.
Something, it wasn't normal. Something made me want to touch it.
Well, are you okay? Are you all right? Is everything okay with you now? Are you?
Did it make
What-
you
what
high?
happened?
You touched it. You started shaking. Nyala pulled you off, and then you blacked out. Started foaming at the mouth, and then woke up.
Oh, that's normal. Don't worry about that.
Normal.
Can I insight check that? Because I feel like that's bullshit.
Yeah, insight.
That
Do I-
is.
Do I have to do a deception check?
Yeah, insight versus deception. Go on.
I do one myself.
That is 18.
Insight.
That's an 8. So yeah, it's obviously bullshit.
This facade, and you look at him with a more sterner look.
Don't make me get angry, boy.
Yes. It's okay.
You angry? I would like to see that.
I don't think you would.
I'm going to kind of hesitantly hand Arden a water skin to rinse.
Rid of the foam.
You got a
You got a little some out of your mouth.
And then Sin, where are you? You watched this whole thing go on.
Thank you.
I saw that they were taking care of it, and I was like, oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'll heal him afterwards if he needs healing. And I wanted to
I
Like-
need healing.
you're fine. You already got 6 points. I can heal you for way more than that. I'm not gonna wait on that. I wanna go along the wall and put my hands on it to see if I can find any sort of secret entrance, to see if I can to see if I could find what the book or journal was telling me.
Yeah, investigation with advantage then. So 2 rolls, take the best.
Oh wait, did I just roll? Which one did I roll?
5 and a 2.
Yeah.
Did you get any? You didn't get any plus to that.
No. That's intelligence. I'm all wisdom.
You
I don't like this new way of rolling. It's obviously not working very well.
Why do you think I've gone back to real dice?
Right,
I'm gonna go back to dice, man.
you
Because
touch
my
against
dice
the
love me.
wall and you don't find anything, but you kind of know that there should be something.
I turn back to whoever's not helping Arden right now. Who is it? Is it Rook? Nyala, Nan? Who?
Rook's just standing over, having a go at Arden for being foolish.
Rook.
Yes.
I know. Did I tell everyone about the journal, or did I just tell Arden?
You just told Arden.
Okay, Rook, come on here real quick.
What can I do for you?
So, and I bring out the journal or the book, and I show him. exactly where what it says. So this
You
should
can't
be
read it.
I
Yeah.
translate for him. And like, okay, so I'm still a little woozy from when I snapped my back, and
Understandable.
I'm not surprised.
I'm
and
not too.
and and I'm not in the right mindset as of right now, and I need your help in finding some secret entrance around here.
Okay.
I think I just look at Sim and the book, and I will be like, hey, you know, like
Wow.
last time the whole thing was planned by the mushroom and all. You think they're testing us again? Maybe the rock is a component for the thing, the potion, the mind, the going out thing they told us.
Maybe. When I look at the
This-
crystal,
This thing is alive.
The sound of
What?
music.
This thing is alive.
It's a rock.
And
when I look,
so were the mushrooms, but it's still alive.
Mushrooms are vegetables. Vegetables are alive. Rocks are not.
Nan.
Mushrooms are technically fungi. They're not vegetables, but never mind.
Did-
The rock, this
I'm
thing,
sorry.
it's,
What
it's
did you
alive.
said?
Nyala, stay with me here. I know it's difficult, but please stay with me.
Thank you. I thought you were the nice one.
The rock is alive.
nice one. She knocked me out.
Hey.
Yes, but you
No.
were being a disaster at the time.
Look,
So
look,
I was whispering
I'm
that.
trying.
I
Yeah.
was whispering that. You did not hear that. Mm-mm.
Okay. So Rook, you're standing next to this wall with Sin.
Mm-hmm.
He's asked you for assistance. How would you like to go about that?
I'm gonna do as he's told me. I'm gonna try and do what he did and try and look for something that he's told me to look for,
Okay.
which I'm not sure. What am I looking for?
Let me look at what he said exactly.
The wall was a different texture. Remember that.
Yeah, I know that. It says, as I translate, and it says there's a cavern within these tunnels where steam heated from the very earth's lifeblood issues forth in great gouts. Unpredictably, my new soul, beware. The far eastern exit to this place, there is a narrow passage, and running your hands along to the southern wall will reveal the outlines of the door near the perceptible by sight alone. Touch reveals heat and slight indentations around its edges. Along the top of the door, there is a ridge, and you will find 4 buttons to press from left to right. Keep that in mind. And there's more, but it's like that's like we just have to find like the outline of a door, more or less.
The outline of a door.
Yes, an outline of a door.
Well, that shouldn't be too
Can we
hard.
can we all hear this, or is this just Rook and Sin?
I want to say I'm like loud enough where you can hear it if you're paying attention.
I know I'm probably not paying attention right now, considering.
No, you're dying on the floor right now. So
At the moment, Nyala and Nan are kind of sitting around Arden trying to help him back to his feet, and take your Nan, you take your water skin back, etc., and do up the top and wipe the froth from around the top, helping Arden back to his feet. And Maruk, you're facing this apparently blank wall.
I'm going to try and find the outline of a door.
Okay.
it might not even be in this area. It might be in the other one. So I'm just
Well, If
I
we
mean-
rule this area out, then we can move on to the next.
Okay.
I mean, I can see in the dark, so maybe
All of you
this
can see
could
in the dark.
We can
help.
all see in the dark.
Except for Arden, he can't see.
This is gonna
Thanks
be-
for rubbing it in.
So you dropped your torch when you had your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The area with the
So I'm actually lying in the dark right now.
Yeah. No, because the crystal's doing it. It's glowing a bit. So
Oh
the
yeah, there's.
crystal.
I'm guessing there's.
Eerie
Ambient
pink
light.
emanates from the crystal.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nan, what were you saying?
is the area with the crystal enclosed? Is it or
Would you
are
like
there
to-
any exits?
You can walk around it if you'd like.
Well, I kind of maybe like to do two things. One thing is to not going too deep in there so that I can still see my new friends. I want to see whether I can see any kind of pathways, but I also would like to look at these crystals and sort of see if well, I don't really know what he saw, so but I kind of want to just check, give them a once over looking wise, but definitely not touching wise.
So we'll go back to Maruk and finish off with what Maruk's up to, and then we'll come back to you in a second. So Maruk,
Cool.
Yeah, I'm
How
gonna
we-
kind of like run my hand like along the wall, like it says in the book, and look for this like door outline.
okay. Now you've had the information from Sin, you can make
Mhm.
that investigation with advantage.
Beautiful. Investigation.
You know exactly what you're looking for. It should be here if it's here. Come on then.
That is 2 nat ones.
Oh, come on.
No way.
Shit, you not. That is 2 nat ones.
Okay. You
Snake eyes.
you run your hands across the wall. It through the thickness of the fur on your palms, which you've let kind of get a little bit long in the last week or so. You haven't been keeping up your manicure of your
His
claws
beauty regime.
and and the fur between your paws. You cannot feel any specific indentations by investigating
try?
this manner.
Oh, so I don't take any damage. That's good.
No.
No, you're just in your death state.
Can I try to search the door?
You haven't. Have you overheard? Have you been listening in?
Yes.
You watching what they're doing, and you see Maruk rubbing his hands on a wall,
Mhm.
Oh, I like this wall.
and then staring at his
And
hands.
I was just like,
While they're all looking,
Yeah, just like
What's the door?
while nobody's looking at me,
yeah.
while they're all preoccupied, I'm going to take out a hammer and a piton, and I'm going to try and break off a smaller piece of the crystal without touching it.
Do you have those things upon you?
Yes, I've got a hammer and I've got a piton. I thought I could use the piton as a kind of chisel, and I can use the hammer and
We'll go back to Niala.
try and
No, we'll
break it
go
off.
to Nan now. So Nan walks into the chamber and starts proceeding round the crystal what she thinks is a safe-ish distance. Peering at the crystal, sort of keeping your eye on it all the time, like keeping that as your central point of vision, but glancing off to the right as you. Which way are you going round? I'm veiling anti-clockwise at the moment. Is that okay?
Yeah, that was what the direction I was thinking, but she probably won't circle the entire crystal. She would not want to lose line of sight of
Yeah, cool. So
the
you
other folks.
walk up to about this point where you can still just make up through the glow of the guys down the corridor down this way. Arden's down here somewhere. You find 2 passageways to the up and to the left. And Niala, you are now looking at Maruk rubbing a wall, staring at his hands.
I just look at him and saying like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you searching for the door? Because you're doing a terrible job. Shoot!
I'm cleaning
do it.
windows.
I do it. Shoot!
Okay, so
Shoot!"
There's too many bad jokes about a foul-mouthed pussy. It's just they just write themselves.
so Niala, you need to make an investigation if that's how you wish to do it. If you're going to look against the wall with your hands on it, investigation. When you've recovered.
Sorry, I just broke the crew apparently.
Okay, we'll go back to
Do I get advantage since I heard Sin talked?
if you were paying attention. Yeah, okay. I'll make I'll lower the DC, so you only overheard something. You know they're looking for something. So roll once. Yeah. So as Niala's soft
A
pads
21.
roll, slide across the thing, your claws catch either side of what is quite obviously to you a doorway of sorts, and you say it's there, or whatever. You found the doorway basically. What do you say?
And I'm like touching the walls and like find this, and I'm like, I look to Mork. I just look at the door. I look back to him, and I just say, I am very concerned about how you have the idea of a door, because it's right in front of me. So either you're an idiot, or either you just ignore the door.
I mean, you've seen the size of me, right? Doors are normally a lot bigger for me. So
Look at the cave. Look at the people living in. Have a bit of, I don't know.
As you feel the edge of
Smart.
it is almost completely flat to the wall, but you feel this indentation at the edge, a slight temperature difference between your, which you become very attuned to, being in the snow and the heat, and then lava, and then ice, and then you can now tell that there is a door and there is a ledge above it. Arden, you see Niala walk down the corridor from whence you came. You see Nan walk, proceeding round the crystal, just out of view of you, and you stand and you walk to the formation in front of you, and you take up your items, and you're going to try and chip some away. You need to make a strength check for me.
Just wanted to say real quick, my passive perception is 17.
That's
To see if I understand that.
That's why I was going to wait for you guys to go around, and I'm just going to be on like the opposite side of the crystal, move around to the left a little bit.
Okay, so you
to the
move
bottom
down
part of the
to
crystal.
sort of here.
So I'm like on the opposite side of it, so they can't really see it.
Yeah, you're tucked
See
down.
me, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm out of view. Right. What did you want me to do? Sorry.
A strength,
A
please.
strength check.
Is that like a -1 for you?
Yeah, that's an 8.
You, in this dripping, quiet space, you raise the hammer back, place it against the red, pink, crystalline form, and swing your arm up, and your mallet collides with the item, the metal, touching this rock, and it resonates. It rings in this space, echoing louder and louder and louder, and reverberating off all the walls. This kind of like the loudest singing bowl you've ever heard.
Oh
No
no.
rock falls away. There is more flapping above you. There is
Flapping.
There's
a flapping
there's what?
sound above you.
I quickly I just hide the hammer. I put the hammer back in like I've done nothing. It
Okay,
just
back
happened.
to Sin, who now can see the outlines of the wall, and Nyala has pointed it out ever so clearly, and that there is a ridge above it.
I would like quickly go over to the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. I got this. Okay.
You feel air currents starting to move above you.
Oh, okay. I'm looking. Okay.
The stillness of the cave that has been just dripping, the darkness above you is alive with leathery movement.
Oh, okay. So I start putting like the password that was in the journal, which is 14341423. Bam. I just
Fingers rumble over these small indentations of switches, and a passageway opens to light, and you and there is a chamber revealed in front of you. And what do you do? The sound is getting louder. There's swooping. You can hear.
Oh no. Okay. I go running in and tell them to start following me. No.
Okay. And Nan, what are you doing? You hear the stone next to you where you're looking around, all of a sudden start to resonate. The sound goes out. You hear the sounds above you. You look back down the passageway and you see Sin vanish into what you thought previously to be a solid piece of wall. And you see Moruk and Nyala lit by some sort of other glow, a different kind of firelight, maybe, possibly.
I'm booking it back to the rest of the team.
Guys,
I don't know
we
what
have a
caused that sound.
problem.
The ding.
No.
If there's like an entry, yeah.
So are you running for where you've seen them go? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you peg it down there with your double movement. You get to the outside. Maruk, you ducking inside?
I'm going to grab Arden and then run inside.
Okay.
Oh, well,
so
I'm on the other
you're-
side, so I was
Exactly.
going to just run up, but you're coming to me, and
I'm coming to get you
Run
to
to
get
this
the
end.
hell out of Dodge.
You run to this end point where you nearly collide with Arden. Arden like bumps almost straight into you, and then you kind of start proceeding back down the corridor. Nyala, are you dived in the room yet? Nyala?
Yeah.
You dive inside the room. Maruk,
I just follow everyone and just I'm out.
make a dex.
This is too weird.
A dexterity. A perception check. Maruk and Arden, as you're outside.
Oh dear.
That
Here we go.
is a dirty 20.
You see the forms starting to form above you, and you realize out of the blackness, swooping are large, leather-winged bats. Lots of them, swarms and swarms of them, dislodged from their roost above the floor in the darkness. Both of you make a dex.
Save? Or check?
Yeah, dex save. Both of you.
13.
Who's the both of us? Is it Maruk and
Maruk
Arden?
and Arden, sorry, who are outside the room. Sorry.
Cool.
Hey,
I
13
got
going.
13.
Arden.
I've had more 13s tonight than
Yeah.
anything. If that fails, I will burn a use of the Ring of Evasion.
Okay.
If that fails.
Okay. What's yours is 13.
Mm-hmm.
So you hold on, I'm going back through the check here. So Arden strength perception check. So you didn't see them coming. So yeah, it would pass. Sorry, on the DC. You throw yourself to the floor as a swarm of bats shoots across and feels the corridor above you. Maruk, what did you get? A dirty 20 on that one?
No, 13.
13. You both fall to the floor
Both got 13.
simultaneously. You're laying on the floor and they swoop through the corridor, filling this space, screeching teeth, claws above you, flapping. You are kind of now prone, laying down, but they haven't caught you in this pass.
I think we should follow them inside, but stay low.
Guys,
Stop like
where are you?
Commando crawling.
So you crawl and you make your way through the doorway. You roll in, and the door seems to shut of its own accord behind you. And you are greeted with a rather humble setting. Not anything that you've been used to so far in this dank, dark place, but there is a desk with
It's a druid home.
with quills upon it. There is in the far side of the room a table with something resembling a humanoid shape upon it.
No.
God.
You
Well-
see
Well,
in the
this
middle
is
of the
cute.
room a large anvil and a hammer. Beside it there are two jars. Three jars, like fire, like big, almost like an urn, like a burial urn sort of shape, cylindrical. And then the far side of the room, there is a bed, and there is also a large well in the space.
Does this look recently used? Any of these things? Is there dust or?
What would you like to look at specifically? Are you looking at the room in general? Are you looking at a specific place in the room?
I think we might be closest to the table with like the writing on. I think that's a good.
Okay. So
Um,
you
I feel like this might be the home of our intrepid friend who wrote the journal.
you proceed to the desk, and you look over the desk. Make an investigation for me.
oh my God.
Too many?
Oh, it's not your night tonight, is it?
Oh, one.
It is not your
I
night.
told you guys. I told you.
What's wrong?
I mean, it's a nat one, so
Yeah.
So you
might as well be in a different language.
So you look at the desk. You barely know what desks are. You
True.
see that you can see the bare items that are upon it. There is an ink well. There is a scroll of parchment spilling to the floor. There is a stack of several books. There is a small stool, the far where we're looking at it from this angle, the far side of the desk, and that's all you kind of gain. You can see the items that are there, but you don't get much more than that from it.
Okay.
Can I go and inspect the humanoid-looking thing on the table?
Okay. So you proceed across the room.
I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going right up to it, Mark.
Yep.
Okay. You walk right up, and you look down, and you see what can be best described as a tin man.
Ooh. I'm gonna touch it.
No.
No, like I'm gonna like
Nope.
go up
Nope.
to it and
Nope.
kind of like
No. Bad.
shh.
Okay. So make an investigation roll against it. What we're looking at. Looking at this thing, you're kind of going to reach out and touch it.
That is 13.
What's these 13s?
I know. What's going on with 13s tonight?
Okay, so
I don't know.
you reach out and you touch the
I
metallic.
kind of like reach out and kind of like lift it to like look at it.
You realise that as you go to lift its arm at first, that this is a fully articulated construct,
Okay.
jointed fingers, jointed hands, jointed wrists, elbows, shoulder joints. The head has some semblance of movement.
Mhm.
You realize that as you move it, that the arms feel heavy, but
Mhm.
the body, as you lay your hands upon it, resounds hollow.
Ooh. Can I try and like look inside of it?
Yeah, you find a small catch
What?
on the side of it.
So it's like a suit of armor for someone small.
Type, what do you want? Oh, sorry, I've got to go and let the dog out. Sorry, give me a second.
That's all right.
Aw.
He's just like, Dad, I need a wee.
Bit away.
Actually, I need to refill my water, so maybe we can do a pause.
Yeah. Take 5.
I need to wait for the DM, so
Can we take a quick break, guys?
Rook,
There you go.
yay!
Yeah. do a quick
what have
break,
you
guys,
been Rook, what have you been told about touching humanoids without consent?
Look, it's fun. And
recording. You walked over to the metallic form on the bench, and you found a latch on the side. You open it up. The middle compartment is completely hollow, with slight protrusions into the limbs. The head is solid. There's nowhere up really for a head to go. It's just that the middle is like completely empty. Sin, you walked over to the desk and you looked upon the desk and you looked upon the scroll and immediately you recognize some of the handwriting upon the parchment. It's in the same similar scroll that is in the book that Arden passed to you. You recognize a similar signature, which reads Lufena,
Lufena?
Lufenna.
Luf Lu L Lu
Lufenna.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking back, DM,
Yeah.
do I remember the race of the creature that was in the ice that I took the journal from?
You didn't get that far through the ice as you were chipping away. If you remember, you only managed to melt part of and chip away at the lower
Okay.
part of him, of the body that was there.
How big was the body that I could?
Make a wisdom check.
Challenging my own memory now. Here we go.
Or a history check. A history or wisdom, whichever you want to do.
Well, I'll stick with wisdom because that's my whole deal, even though it hasn't really been today.
What'd you roll?
That's an 8.
Oh.
You recognized it was slight in nature when you could see the hand. The hand was not not like a fighter's hand, quite delicate in form.
Can I look at the bed and see how big the bed is?
Okay, so what are you doing, Nyala and Nan? Nyala can go first.
Me, I would just look around, look for something suspicious or alive even.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of thinking this body is hollow, so someone could fit in. So maybe there is still something around that is alive.
Okay, make a perception check. Looking around the room, trying to find something alive. Looking around.
16.
You look over towards the anvil and the well, and look beyond that, There is a slight heat haze coming from the well, but distorting your view. But you see that there is a shape in the bed.
Mhm.
It doesn't just look like bedclothes. There is something beneath.
I'm like very suspicious here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go there
Are you going
and
to tell them?
slowly. I'm just showing everyone, like gesturing, like big gesturing and showing it,
Okay.
and going like taking the cover,
Mm-hmm.
counting with my finger until 3.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? Are you following? Where are you?
I'm at the desk, like looking. Well, you said a scroll of Nufena, right?
So
What do the
Niala's gesturing to you all. What are you doing?
books say? Like, I just want to look at the books real quick.
You're more concerned about Niala's making a very
I'd already was making my way over to the bed.
okay.
I'm-
Yeah. I go.
I'm
I
gonna be
go.
next to the bed.
I go with Niala then. Yeah.
You're going closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nan?
I am concerned, but I'm always concerned for traps. Always. I'm hyper vigilant. I'm gonna probably keep some distance and kind of be like,
Yeah.
Okay. So Niala goes over.
And I do realize that I'm a wizard. I do not have health, and I'm taking also traps.
Squishy,
You're the
so-
tank. Okay.
Niala,
You're good.
yeah. Niala takes a hold of the bedclothes, does the countdown 3, 2, 1, and whips the bed back, and there is just a mass on the bed.
Can I poke it with a stick?
You don't need to poke it, as it starts to rise up, fleshy, pink color, and suddenly a large eye, and then another emerges out of this flesh.
I back
And
out,
then,
back out.
A mouth opens. Help us! Help us! Help us! Help us!
Ew.
And, all need to make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Me?
I'm good. Let's see.
Everybody.
Let's see.
Me?
Let's see.
Everybody.
Oh my god.
12.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Niala's
try and
3.
roll a regular dice to see what happens.
11.
So it's a D20 and then
So
my wisdom
11.
saving.
Okay.
Modifier.
I
Right.
think
Well, that was a wisdom check, not a wisdom saving throw. Oh, it would have been the same anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would have been. I'd have had the same result anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
I got 11 by rolling a regular dice.
She got double digits!
yes.
Huzzah!
Okay.
Finally.
So you all hear this repeating voice in your ears, and as more mouths appear and speaking different voice, help us, help us, help us, help us.
What do you need? How can we help you?
Right.
The form rises up, turns, eyes pop up, slide down inside it, and the new ones form to kind of try and focus on where Maruk is talking, and then they twist and form back in. It runs part of its body off the desk and says, "The machine, machine."
You mean this? And I kind of point to the like the humanoid metal thing on the table.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to stand it up and open the latch.
The creature starts sliding towards the machine. the white mouths and eyes all looking at you, each of you in the room, as this gelatinous mound of flesh moves across the room and starts depositing amorphously itself into this cavity inside the metallic form. It's in there
Did
sort
we
of
just enable it to get into a body that can kick our ass with? Like,
No, because it can't kick our ass.
Yeah, we're too badass.
Well, I am.
Fuck you.
so you do you close the door,
Okay. I just close the door and like lock the latch.
There's the figure stands still and heavy. It doesn't move.
Are you okay in there?
Do you need help?
You hear slight movement from inside, but nothing more. The figure stands completely upright, dead still as a statue.
I wanna go to the buckets. You said there were buckets by the anvil, right?
The
Yeah,
jars.
Oh, jars?
yeah.
there were 3 jars of something, wasn't there?
Mm.
Yeah, I wanna see what that is real quick.
Okay, you walk over, you see the anvil, and you see these jars, tall urns sort of shape. They are solid, they are thick, but 2 layered, it would appear, inside. As you look down, top down, you see a inner core where something would be placed. You see an outer layer, and then there are lids also around to go on top of this.
Does it need water?
What
There's a
do
well.
you need? What do you need?
Do we need to fill those urns
You hear
with
this
the water?
gelatinous sound from inside the machine.
What about at the like? Is that like a well?
So,
What?
The well next to you, you saw a heat haze coming off of it. You peer down from where you are and you see that there is a deep pool of liquid magma down far at the bottom, glowing red. The wire is
oh,
the wind is metal on the thread of the well.
Don't fall in.
There is and
Yeah,
Sin,
no.
take another look at those notes on the table, will you?
Yeah, I got you. And I go over to the desk and read what's on there and stuff.
there is a set of instructions. There is the scroll that's basically a list of sort of components and things. Most of the items have been checked off in this neat hand. And you can also see that there is another hand that you don't recognize, really scrawled, stretched, weird handwriting. Like, imagine if 10 different people were trying to hold one pen and write at the same time. There is a large stack of books. The top book is a book on tectonics, the way the Earth's moved. The second book down is a book on mechanics and inventions, machines. And the third is one about like caverns and the Underdark. It seems to be a tome relating to things you might occur, might find, things to expect, almost like an encyclopedia or a wanderer's guide.
Oh, okay. So I look back to Arden and ask like what he wants me to find specifically.
Are there any notes on this creature? on what this thing is, on how it works. Maybe any notes on the crystal outside, if it's related in any way, anything.
The scroll is mostly just a checklist of ingredients.
It seems like a checklist of parts more.
Oh, parts?
Yeah, parts. Yeah, parts and some components and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. And the books are mostly just about tectonics, right?
Yeah, tectonics. That's like the movement of plates and magma and stuff like that.
Yeah, I forgot what the other one was. I forgot what the second one was.
Tectonics, mechanics,
Components.
Oh, mechanics.
and components, and then one about the sort of underdark caverns and things like that of Earl.
On the scroll,
What's the components say?
Oh yeah, what do they say?
What components?
There is sheeting. There's lists for sheeting. There's lists for small glass lenses and thick metal, shapeable, workable metal, hinges and bearings for the construction of hinges or rotary parts.
On the scroll, is there like any instructions, or is it just like for the components?
You read to the end of the scroll and instinctively, sorry, that was me feeding back. You read to the end of the scroll and instinctively flip it over to read the back side. And there is a picture of the machine you see upon the desk, almost like a blueprint, like a rough sketch, not an exact blueprint of what it is. It shows the chasm inside, and it shows upon the back a place and indicates a canister, one of the ones that you've seen previously, Sin, to lodge inside its back.
Oh, like, have you guys
Nice.
played Fallout? Like, so I can make.
In game.
No, like, what I'm thinking is like, it's a power suit, a armor, and like, you need a power cell to get full use of it. That's why I'm thinking like this is it like that?
It looks like all of the components are needed to make this machine function. Yes.
Okay.
But the only thing that's missing is the canister with the power to give it power, right? So my thinking is we fill a canister up with magma, pop that on wherever it's meant to go on this suit of armor, and that gives it power to move.
Well, there's only one way to find out, really, isn't there?
Yeah, but is there a canister? I look around for a canister. I presume Sin's
The canisters
read all
are
that to us.
the canisters are the items that you've seen beside the
Oh, they're the same. They're the same thing.
cylindrical toe
Okay.
hands.
Right.
All right.
I'll go over to the well and try and crank up a big thing of magma. I hope.
There is nothing. You make us do a strength to see if you can get the.
Strength or athletics?
Oh, athletics then. Go on. Smash it.
I mean, it makes no difference whatsoever.
Oh no.
It holds fast.
It's just, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Can I like
Yeah.
see what he's doing and then go and try
Rook,
and help him?
Rook, can you give me a hand over here,
Okay, yeah. So Rook, the same.
please?
Is it athletics?
Yeah.
There's a natural 20 plus 7, so that's 27.
Oh,
As you crank the handle round and round and round, up comes a piping hot circle of metal suspended to a chain like this, and it is the perfect round for this cylindrical shape to drop inside.
I'm going to grab one of the like jars, put it under it, and then kind of like so that I'm not going to touch the stupidly hot thing, and kind of like put it up, and then kind of disattach it from the mechanism.
Yeah, and and it goes back down
Yeah.
on the end of this long metallic chain that seems very heat resistant. You hear it kind of, you see the chain go slightly slack, and then it gets tighter again as you feel the magma pulling down on this thing.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, do I see like any tongs by the anvil so that we
Yeah,
can like?
yeah, like
There's a set of
calipers.
tongs leaning up against the side that you're looking at it from.
All right.
Wait. So I've got the jar in my hand. Yeah.
No, the jar is down the bottom
Yeah,
of
you
the,
put
the
it's
well.
Yeah, you put it on the
You-
thing.
put it on the
Oh!
chain.
Oh, I thought someone came up and I put the thing in and then took it away because it.
No,
the hot thing
there,
is-
there,
oh,
there-
okay.
there
Yeah,
is just a cylindrical piece of metal
Mhm.
with nothing inside it, but it looks like one of those canisters would sit
It's a
inside.
canister.
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pull
boy.
it back up.
Okay, look, you pull it up. There's this foaming magma vase.
Who's got the tongs?
Well, let's give this a go.
Can I, before we potentially power up this new friend, can I check and see if there's? Can I go closer to it first because Nan's been keeping it. Never seen anything
Check
like
it
this
for
before.
weaponry.
Yeah, is there anything hurty? Anything that looks hurty on it?
You work round the machine and you see there are large, powerful looking hands. They're about the size of
It's a T8-100.
they're about the size of
No.
a light cannon. One that would be maybe a cannonball. Like it might be on a like on a ship, on the deck of a ship. Not a large
Oh.
sort of galleon type class ship, but reasonable defense.
That's gonna hurt. That's
As long as we don't
Yeah.
attack
Does it
we
look
should
like
be
it'll have an
fine.
Austrian accent?
Oh, for God's sake.
No.
I hate you.
Just we're prepared if something goes.
Yeah, just
wrong.
look at it and it's like, maybe we can try to sabotage this.
Well, hold on. We're trapped in a room with lots and lots of flying winged beasts outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea
Yep.
to have a little firepower on our side, if it is indeed going
On
to
our
help
side.
us.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
And if it isn't, there's 5 of us. We can take it down, right?
Easily.
Hopefully.
yeah,
At
But
least
then
we
if
won't-
it is on our side, then there's 6 of us against
We've
these
made a
creatures
friend.
outdoors.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
We're-
my thought process. However, just
A
keep in mind, once
friend.
this thing powers down, we're not coming all the way back to power it back up again.
I have a very existential question. Is it a he or she?
It's a thing.
It's
It's a-
neither.
They. It's an
Yeah.
it. It's a
Yeah.
they.
So it's a
That's
them.
what it is.
It's probably a them because it's a lot of different eyeballs, right? So
Yeah.
It did
Gotta-
refer to itself as us.
Yeah.
So yes,
Ah.
I'm
We've
more
gotta get the
likely to
pronouns
agree
right.
with that.
We've got to get the pronouns right, okay?
Yeah.
Is that why you guys keep calling me he instead of she?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
I
know you
always
should.
get it right.
I always get it right.
So
I did too.
Sin
Okay.
walks over with a pair of tongs and offers them to Maruk.
Yeah, I'm going to take them, grab this piping hot thing, and whack it in the back of this robot.
So you're walking
Oh.
across the room with, at arm's length, a set of tongs with a piping hot thing in front of you. I'd like you to make
Yeah.
sleight of hands.
Oh,
I was about to say I'm really good at that. Maybe
I've got
Like-
a +2,
oh, never mind.
so I've got a +2. It's all right.
I have to roll one.
Okay.
That is a 15.
Ah,
Yeah,
oh,
it's got a
okay.
good
That's not
hold.
bad.
You walk over, shaking slightly because of the extended length, and the heat is starting to get to your hands a little bit through the tongs. You
Mhm.
reach the place where you see that there is a capsule space that is perfectly formed out of the metal, and place this canister on the top, and there is like a built-in piece that looks like it would slide down on top of the canister and connect.
I'm going to
That
slide it
remind-
down. This could be really bad, but I'm going to slide it down.
Actually, guys, I'm going to do a little reference here. But doesn't this guy make you think a lot like one of the antagonists in the Ninja Turtle?
Yes, Krang. I was
Shredder?
literally just thinking about
I was
Yes.
thinking of Shredder.
Krang.
Right.
Haven't seen it. Don't know.
I gotta search this guy up.
Krang, yeah, he's just
Yeah.
basically a brain in a suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking that when we first came in.
So
and-
you connect the top part down, you slide it down upon this the canister. There's a
Oh,
and a glugging sound, and
right.
the whole machine shudders, and you hear a strange mechanical sort of sound start emanating it from it, like someone is almost warming up their voice, like
So it does have an Austrian accent.
Oh no.
Will you move over?
What?
Move over. Where to, friend?
No, sorry, not you. You.
Oh,
I think it's
Be
time
rude.
to
Get out of the
itself.
way. I have not spoken in quite some time. I really would like a turn. Look, I should do the talking. It's my role. Hello there. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
hello.
Hi,
okay,
how
so
you doing? Will you stop that? I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, will you please just let him speak?
Oh, I love it.
Well, if you all be
Oh my
quiet,
god.
I will speak for everybody. If you do not mind, we do mind. Well, I don't mind.
I love this thing.
Me too.
Will one of you please speak to us?
Yes, they all say at once.
We don't care who, just someone ideally with the least annoying voice and the easiest voice for DM to do.
Moruk.
So the
And
rather,
she just take a quarterstaff and just
Right, that's
tapping
it.
in the head.
someone easy to get on with, I will talk. So
Hello.
hi, look. Now I'm ever so sorry. It'll take us a little while to get accustomed to what's going on.
That's okay.
So, what? Hello, thank you. For one, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just I haven't seen it. Well, let me start from the beginning. This
Go on,
might
then.
seem a little strange, does it?
With what we've experienced, this is normal. Don't you worry. Go ahead and explain yourself.
Ourselves.
Yeah, yourselves. I do beg your pardon.
So, well, we came down here on a mission of exploration and investigation. Found this small chamber, me and the party, and well, we were tampering with things. You seen the big crystal outside?
Yes, we have seen the crystal.
Yeah, that and magma and
Unacquainted.
and steam and maybe a touch of the arcane, and well, what you saw upon the bed was the result of 3 of us, not
Okay.
including
Only
Lufena.
3?
There were
Who
3
is
of us.
Lufena?
Yeah, there's 3 of us in here. Well, that like to talk. The others they're too upset.
So,
You guys, I'm going to guess here. Did you guys, because of the stone and because you touch each other, used?
Well, we took a small shard. We placed it in one of the canisters that's on my back. They were well renowned for its power. Magma, one of the strongest forces, that eternal heat that glows inside the planet of Earl. Powerful and darkly powerful quite often. We combined the two and the experiment malfunctioned. Lufena managed to construct the suit you see before you to try and give us some semblance of life beyond the amorphous blob talking and over talking, and the crazed not having a real form was sending us slowly insane. I think some of us might still be insane.
Okay.
So it
So,
will
are
sadden you
you a
then to hear.
friend?
Well, we've only just met. I don't know if we're friends, but if you mean, do I mean you harm? I don't. Do you? I certainly
No.
don't. I certainly don't mean them any harm. What about you? I don't mean them any harm at all.
And we mean you no harm
Sin.
either.
What
Sin,
happened?
pass me the journal.
Can you read it? Oh yeah. Wait. Yeah. I passed him the journal.
I show them the journal. And I
That's
think
Lufena's.
your friend Lufena,
Yeah, that's Lufena's.
well, I'm sorry to tell you that Lufena fell.
He was gone for some time.
I found this on the body.
He was gone for quite some time. We can't open the latch and add the power supply at the same time. We've been sliding around in this godforsaken room for I don't know how long.
How long will this power supply last you?
This power supply will last me many, many days. But
Good.
now I'm in this form, I can replace them myself.
Good.
Ah. Oh, nice.
I have as much power as there is magma in the well.
Excellent. So,
But I
quick
can't
question.
travel far. I need to be near the well at all times.
Okay, quick question.
I can.
Do you know
Imagine.
how to get out of here, get back up to the surface?
Well, yes, there are many ways to get through these tunnels. There are multiple routes.
Oh, fucking hell, this is a dwarf.
It depends where you would. It depends which of the ways you wish to traverse.
Which would be the quickest and the easiest?
And the safest.
Safest.
And the safest, yes, that as well.
We have not left this room in some time, as you may realize.
Yes.
So there were definitely some ways not to go.
Okay.
As there were, well, we knew of creatures there.
Okay.
As we stand in this room where the door is
Yeah.
true north or thereabouts.
It's true. No. Okay.
To the west, there is a lake
Yes.
underground where you will most likely find a form of Sarguin. Not like the sea-dwelling brethren that you might have seen with their bright green scales or might be familiar with. But they're white, pale, near blind in the dark, but not blind in the dark, if you see what I mean. Their eyes white and sense you perfectly.
Okay.
And
What is north of here?
Directly north is mainly cliff face, impassable. You need to find one of the sets of stairs.
Could you direct us to one of these sets of stairs?
Easterly there lies a set. You
East.
must cross
so
gently,
northeast.
directly east there is a set of stairs. There is also a
I
set.
thought you said we had to go north and down east or just east from here?
East from here,
East
north
from
there is
here.
mostly
East from-
impassable caverns. There are tunnels and routes through that way. We have traversed around most of this place when we were separate, and we could fight off the denizens within this space. If you head to the east, you will find a large hole that drops down many, many feet. Remains of an old mine of some sort. To the
So, go on.
to the north of that lies the way.
So what you're saying is we need to go east until we find this mine, and then north is the way that we will be able to get back to the surface.
That is one of the routes you can take. There is a route to the west.
Okay.
One way is quite hidden, and you must search for the stair. It's not easy to see. It is secluded around a rock face. But
And is that-
when you're at the right angle, you can see it easily.
Is that the way to the west?
That is the way to the west.
Excellent.
There is a more mechanical
Oh, no.
way to get up above this ground floor in the form of a large crane that hangs above a precipice also.
And that's also to the west,
That's also to the west. But
where the Sahajin are.
Anjala,
Mm.
do any of these routes sound familiar to you about how you came down here?
I remember the red rock, and we
Where you
took-
entered with your crew, do any of these sound familiar?
I need to check with the DM, but I'm pretty confident. Let's just go
DM,
with
do
that.
I remember anything?
DM, do you remember anything? So you remember running, and you remember the red
That's it.
stones that you saw. You also remember a set of stairs. That was the other thing that you remembered. There were many stairs the way you went.
The way I was going to advise we go, stairs.
Hmm.
There are stairs both ways.
I remember
I don't-
the red rock, and I remember stairs. So, given that the rock is to the west, and there are also hidden stairs to the west, perhaps that is.
To the east.
Do you remember traversing the
To
steam?
the west, sorry. Yeah, sorry, west.
I mean, I remember traversing stairs, and there being red rock as we came through these caves. If there is no red rock in the easterly direction, that would have not been the direction that we came from.
Sorry,
So-
I'm sorry, I've given you the. Sorry, pause. DM mistake. North is the other way. Sorry.
North is down,
Yeah, north is down. So
so east
Okay.
is towards the red rock, the
Yeah.
red rock, and west is
Oh,
towards
so
the
this is upside down. The map
Okay.
is upside down.
So,
yeah.
yes. So,
Mhm.
then
Yeah,
I
so-
suggest we go.
towards the red rock.
So we have to go back to the smoke thing.
That would take you towards the lake and the Sagwin that he has warned you about.
Past the geysers is towards the lake and the Sagwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it,
Okay. Right.
Sagwin? I always thought it's Sahajin.
I don't know. Sahaji, Dahuin.
Artistic interpretation, I guess.
Quinoa.
Wait, no artist.
Well,
Okay.
hear me out now. This may sound crazy, but
Okay.
I honestly think it might be the safer course of action.
To go towards the Sagwin.
No.
To
I
go towards.
don't particularly fancy fighting creatures I know nothing about, how dangerous they are.
Oh,
However, if we were to go the other way, which sounds like it's the way that Nanjala came originally,
We may
we
run
would
into
come
her
across.
party.
We may run into our old party. But I know I can hold my own against other people. Don't know whether I can hold my own against another monster.
That is fair. I say we vote it.
Question. You told me that when I was reading the journal, I learned about some of the animals or creatures in here, right?
Yeah.
Do I remember what they are, or
You learnt some, so you're going to have advantage in some situations as you recognise things around the.
Is
planet.
there, what was it? What's it called? The
Sagwin.
Sagween. Was the Sagween something you read in your books?
So you recognise these as a underwater species that have a quite hierarchical structure. They are pretty
That
outrightly outrightly aggressive. Sin, you've read that from your book.
well, I just relate all of that to you.
so
Yeah.
Well, I vote we go the mine. Is it the mine route? The crane route is the route
So
that
mine and the
Nanjala would have
stairs.
come? Or is it the stairs?
stairs.
I'm
Mine and the
getting
stairs.
a bit confused. Mine and the stairs? Is that...
So I'll do it on the map on the screen, guys. So
Okay.
Yep.
I'll point it out to you so it makes it a bit easier because that was my mistake. So this way,
Yep.
over here, this is where Moruk heard the sounds of water. That's towards the lake and the
So that's to the
Sagwin.
west.
Mhm.
This one is towards the stairs and the cavern that the multi-mouth mentioned.
Okay.
I
So-
suggest we go east.
North is
Okay.
sorry, it'd be south then. So south is the north is where you came from. South is where you he said there's not very much, just high walls that you cannot traverse.
Okay. So we have one vote for east towards the mine. Nyala? Crane or
I
stairs?
don't like.
We go west, you'll probably get wet.
Yes, there is also that.
Screw the water.
East towards the mine.
You decide. I don't know.
Okay, so
We'll
Nyala
come back
drops-
to you.
Nyala drops her vote.
Okay.
Feeling a very Frodo moment right now.
Yeah.
We'll take the mines.
Are you hungry?
I am.
Nyala? Okay. I
Sin?
give her
Why?
like a Russian.
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
mad.
She's
Sin,
got
what
fish. She'll be fine.
Sin, what you saying?
Uh,
Mine or lake?
I am pretty hungry, so I wouldn't mind going to the mine.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know, hopefully we see her ex-crew again, or see her ex-crew,
Okay.
and I can feed.
Okay.
Nanyala.
I feel the best chance of survival is the route that I came from, which is towards the stairs, towards the mine. But we may want to consider what we need to prepare, if anything, in our plan, should we run into these people.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Well, first of all, I would say we try sneak past them. If we encounter them,
tell me
maybe we can talk our
where-
way out of it.
The machine construct pipes up. Where did you find Lefena's body?
I'm going to
South of
explain. I'm going
North
to
of here,
explain,
isn't it?
but because George
North
can't
of-
remember, Do
It
you
was
want
under
to
the ice, was it? Like
You
when we were doing
indicate
like.
a way back to a cavern across a magma lake, through and up a tunnel, over a pile of heaped rocks, up through a secondary tunnel that leads past a Y junction, which you would have to take the left in and follow it through to a little hole in the ceiling, which would be from their perspective, which would lead to an ice cave with a dazzling roof covered in refracting ice, with a chasm again opening up below with 5 platforms, and the body of Lefena was on one of those.
That is what I tell them.
What he said.
Thank you, DM.
Also, don't forget the rock monsters and the big tentacly monsters
Yes, be
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
wary
live
of those.
over there.
Ah, yes, slug-like creatures, aren't they? Most disgusting, really.
Yes,
Those
but
tentacles
down,
and stuff make me quiver. And you notice
down
the
in the
thing
pit,
shakes.
there is something much larger.
Much larger. Fascinating. Nothing, another item for my taxonomy, maybe.
I'm gonna
Yes.
go up to this like construct and kind of pull out the sword that Arden found next to the body. Be like, I believe that this belonged to Lefena.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
So
It was hers.
by rights, it's yours. If you want it.
I'm unable to wield that. The construct lifts its hands. They're massive. They open up, and like each finger is like the size of a hilt
Okay.
of a sword. I could not wield such a small thing. Would not be in these hands. You may take it for honor of retrieving me from my state and letting me inside. You were the one to open the door. You should take it.
Very well. I will take this with honor, and I will remember Lefena whenever I wield this, and
She,
honor her.
the female voice inside says, "Turn it slightly this way," and gestures with the hand.
Yeah, I
When
do.
you next use it, or when you're next looking at it, you gain advantage on your next Arcana check to attune.
Ooh, thank you.
Can I ask new friend, who we don't know, new friend's name or
Names.
Do we have enough good memories for this?
I was going to ask, will you be able to retrieve Lefena yourself and take them into yourself, as in you, one of many?
The flesh
I think
is
she's
long.
past that.
Flesh is long dead. We do not dabble with necromancy, just transformography. So no, but we would like to collect her remains for the creatures not to feed upon her. That seems, even in this dark place, wrong.
Would you do me a favor when you do recover the remains? Would you give tongue-tied? Would you give Lefena a proper burial and give her proper rights?
We will give her the most rights that we could give in this foul place.
I appreciate.
Her body will be interred correctly.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't want to be the one that keeps bringing up all the bad news. Honestly, I don't like doing it, even though I'm always the one that seems to be doing it. Outside, there's quite a lot of bats, or, well, not just bats, but big bats. Before we leave, would you mind helping us clear some out so we can make our way? Is that okay?
Of course, I'd be glad to help. Yeah, we'll help. We're used to dealing with the horrible things. Oh, right,
Right.
come on.
Let's
So-
let's get that out of the way, shall we? And then that way we can have as much time to rest and plan before we carry on.
Agreed.
So
Let's get these bats.
Was new friend studying the crystal or something?
Yeah, you gained that from him saying we took chips of it.
Okay.
Oh, do you,
Oh, okay.
you wouldn't happen to have a spare chip or two, would you?
The,
Want to get
week-
high again?
the weeks that we spent trying to take that thing apart were arduous. Nightmare upon flashes of strange, evil enlightenment when we got too close. And the ringing kept bringing the creatures closer and closer. Yes, quite hideous, but I did get quite a lot of them in my book. I wrote quite a lot down and got to study the ones that were killed and, dissect them. Please,
okay,
shut up about
okay,
your taxonomy,
okay.
please.
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's a no then.
And just whisper to Morg and Arden. Are they idiot as you are both?
I just kind of just give Niala just the look.
It
Like-
turns its mechanical head towards Nyala and says, "We are no fools."
Touch it!
I just
Multiple
I
times.
sigh, I draw my sword, I walk towards the door and just say, how are we going to do this then? Who wants to go first?
I just pull out my warhammer like, I'll go.
The creature moves
Iron spells?
Real quick, what happened to the book? Lufena's book. Do I still have it, or did you give it to them?
I showed it to them. I haven't
Yeah.
given it to them as of yet because we
Oh,
might.
so you have it. You have it right now.
I've got it. Yeah, I haven't given it back.
Okay.
Okay, so the construct starts moving towards the door. It moves slowly but methodically, like it's trying to relearn shape and form. It reaches up and finds a lever beside the door and says, "Let me be the first to go out. I'll have a look." And it pulls the lever on the side of the door, and the door slides away, and there is the screeching sound of these bats outside. And it steps out and opens up its arms like it's almost praying towards like the sky, raises its hands like almost in supplication, and all of a sudden light shoots from the palms of its hands, the magnified magma, you assume, bright light. The bats screech and hurl away up far ahead of you. He says, "You've got a brief moment. They don't like the light too much. Yeah, if you want to make it, you better go for it now. They'll soon be back. They don't scare them for long."
I
Not what I had
Dash.
planned, but
dash.
Yep, let's
Just
go.
dash.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
wish you well on your way.
And I wish
Good
you the
luck.
same.
I'll be fine. Don't you worry about me.
Now, I'm going to get the
Careful.
hell out of there.
Okay,
be
so we're
careful
going.
with that crystal.
We are speed.
So you
Now-
run towards the crystal. Arden, you are shaken as you approach it. The vision that you received was most disturbing. Sin, and Nan, are you running along with them?
So yes, but I just wanna. As we're passing the crystal, do I see like any small ones on the floor?
This seems to be a completely homogeneous lump, like it's together. Like,
Okay, yeah. All right, then I just keep running.
okay, so you reach the far side of this crystalline form. You see this still radiant light blasting out. It's filling the tunnel beyond you with this beaming, and you see actually two tunnels to the east. Which do you take?
Top or
Isn't
bottom?
it?
Sorry, to the
That's rude.
west. Sorry, to the west. Yeah. East. No, east. I'm getting confused myself.
East. Go
This
east.
is the east.
Which looks well travelled.
I think,
Does any does either?
if I remember correctly, we needed to go southeast, didn't we?
Oh.
So the bottom one would make more sense.
No, the top one. Because
Top one. Yes,
Okay.
yes, top one.
So you're shouting top one, top one. Does everybody
Sure.
follow?
Sure. Let's go top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, top one. So
Yeah.
you proceed down this narrow space. Oh God, my computer is lagging. Sorry, guys. And you are confronted with. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. It's really not very well.
Oh my god, there's
Suspense.
more. Imagine if we'd have taken like a wrong turn. How
Yeah.
far would we have been
Oh.
going?
Yeah.
It's fine. We did explore the other side, though. Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean the curious player is like, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
If this was a video game, I would be checking every
Yeah,
single cavern and
right.
cave for
Yeah.
all the loot.
100% no.
Yeah,
So
me
much
too.
loot.
But what scares you because you're playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
the video
And there's no reload. It's,
Yeah.
you're
If
dead,
you
you're
die, you
dead.
die. If you
Yeah.
die,
We've got a
re-roll a
split
character.
here.
Keep going east, I think.
Yeah, north is the cliff face.
Should we say up on the
South.
map? Let's start using.
No.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
say-
sorry, up is cliff face.
Yeah, keep going left.
Keep going to the left.
There's so much stuff to explore.
I'm sure we're missing so much loot.
Right?
Probably.
There has to be good stuff in here. Has to
It's
be.
not worth dying over though, is
No,
it
it's
really?
not.
You don't know. It could be
Even-
something
we can
amazing
all-
that can
look.
help us later.
We know
Or
it's here.
maybe-
We can always come back when we're more prepared and
Higher
stocked
levels.
up. And yeah, we can always come
and
back.
find the Roper mother and just go and stomp it.
Yeah.
Just like fuck you.
just walk up, boff, and just go.
The tunnel now turns around.
Oh, it's going to lead us back out towards the
Or is it
red crystals,
looping
isn't it?
back?
Are you keeping going?
No.
No,
Go
double
back!
back.
Turn
Double-
around.
Double back.
Double back
Yeah.
ourselves. And let's go up on the map.
Okay, back to here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that what everyone's saying?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that.
He's smiling. That's never a good sign.
When the DM smiles.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the and roll initiative.
Well, all your videos are frozen on my thing.
Am I good?
So-
I mean, I'm just not really moving.
And we'll carry on left.
I'm
Yeah,
moving left to right. Can you see?
You're going left? All right.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I'm just
no!
waiting. I'm just waiting for the roll initiative.
Right?
Oh boy.
The passage
I'm good.
narrows.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a little
The
bit of combat.
passageway
but-
now comes to a very, very, very tight section. Less than you can go in broad.
I'm gonna turn to Nanjala and be like, "Does this look familiar to you at all?"
You don't see the stairs yet that you recognize.
I'm going to stop asking her that now.
Yeah.
because I don't think it's helpful.
I don't think
Yeah.
either player nor character know.
Even though our character is asking her character,
Yeah.
we're actually asking the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the right way? Wink, wink.
Oh dear.
So yeah, the passageway is too narrow to walk abreast. You are single file and sideways.
I have a torch out at this point because
Of course you do. I'm assuming that.
You can't
Yeah.
see.
Like,
I mean, there's no light of the crystal anymore.
no, I'm assuming that you
Yeah.
you've got a torch aloft.
Disability is not to be laughed at, guys.
Give us an order for going into this space.
I'll go first because I have the most hit points and probably the highest AC.
Well, can we
Yeah.
stealth it? Maybe. Can we?
Yes.
We-
Yeah. Okay.
That
that's
means I
great.
have to put
Can
the
we be
torch
sneaky?
out.
Yeah. Okay. So stealth, everybody.
Okay, I put the torch out then if we're going stealth, because you can't go stealth while
You
wielding
realise
a flaming stick.
The group's wisdom realizes that Arden is now blind in this space without someone's
Go in the
assistance.
middle.
Arden, go in the middle.
Go in the middle.
I'm going last.
Okay.
Right.
I'm-
I am the
I've got
wizard.
disadvantage on stealth.
I rolled a 14,
Mhm.
and that's with a
Same.
+5.
I have a 10.
14.
13.
I got
Hey, that's
an
pretty good.
18.
Not bad with disadvantage.
So
Right.
I've got 2 9s. I've
Oh,
got
you're
plus
good.
4,
Yeah, good.
plus 4 to stealth
Okay.
Oh, you got +4 to stealth.
because I'm dexterous as shit.
You're sideways through the passage. Maruk, your chest is being actually pressed by the rock, the sharp edges of this black surface, like pushing, nearly cutting against you as you push your way through. Who's next in after Maruk?
Slim down, am I right?
I'll go behind him.
So you're behind Maruk. You sense him there, but you do you want to
Can't
reach
see
out and
him.
like, hold him and try and
I'm just going to have my hand on his shoulder, I presume, because his back's against the wall.
It's
You
pretty
can hold my
hard.
hand
Are
if you
like,
want.
like that?
I'll say, you can hold my hand if you want. You'll probably be like that, like a child.
I'll go.
I
after
roll
Arden.
my eyes, even knowing in the dark that they can, even knowing in the dark that they can see that.
then Nan, are you going next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Cool.
As
Keep
long
the
as you don't grab
healer
my
at the
tail,
back.
I'm fine.
Okay, so you squeeze along this passageway, and who's last in? Sin?
Yeah, I'm last.
It was me that was
Oh,
last.
okay. So it goes Maruk,
No, that was last.
and then everyone else. coming along.
Arden. Yeah.
The passageway
I'm
is
going like shield first.
gradually narrower. Make a
But the shield isn't like this. The shield is like this.
It's the
make
thought
a-
that counts.
It's like,
a perception check, Maruk.
Okay. That is 17.
You
did I just hear a counter roll?
Oh god.
Something's looking for you.
Oh.
you see something slither attached to the rock face in front of you,
Oh.
No.
but then it's gone in a blink.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be
You
like,
bitch.
right, I've just seen this. Do we want to carry on or go and find a different route? It's entirely up to you guys.
Well,
I
can we,
You guys
Alright,
aren't the
fine.
ones that, you guys aren't the ones that's gonna get attacked. It's gonna be me.
Yeah,
Look.
I might keep going. But
Okay.
that's just me.
maybe
I've got your back.
maybe
Not-
we wait a moment and see whether it reappears,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
just keep.
That's a
It's not
small
my back I'm worried
passage.
about.
Holy shit.
It's not my back that I'm worried about, Arden. It's my front. Because the slithery thing is in front of me.
I have the back, and the back is very clear, very sunny, very bright.
You still edge along, and you glance down the corridor. You see more of this slithering, and then stillness. very fast
Keep on
movement
going.
in the dark ahead.
Keep on trucking.
Okay, all of you emerge, and I would like you all to roll for initiative.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, what do I click?
I
click
really don't think I want to carry on using this.
Kidding me?
4, 4, 14, 15. I got 21.
A
highest
one.
roll of my
You got a what?
highest roll of my night. I think I got
21
a
from
15.
Maruk.
Yeah, 21.
4.
Nangela
yeah.
and I are the same, so maybe we have to reroll to see who goes first.
You can
Who
toss it.
has the highest dexterity is usually how it's worked out, I think.
I have a dexterity of 10.
But I also rolled like a nat 1, and then that's just my
So yeah, it'd be Nanjala has the
Oh.
highest dex.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. But if
You
it's a
got-
nat 1, then
Nat ones don't count on initiative. They only count on like
They're not?
no.
okay.
It's only for really it's only for like combat where 1s and 20s actually count.
I'd say Nanjala would go first, and if she has the higher higher dexterity.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I've got
That's-
17. No, I've got 17. 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Dexterity.
then from what I would, that's
So,
obviously not my game.
So 21 Maruk, 4, 4, 4. 4, 4 for Maruk. Who's going first? Okay with that? Did you make a choice, or you gone with the dex, which is Nan?
I mean, I'm not going to be very good in a tight space, but we'll see. Well, yeah, I guess I go first
Nan
before.
Yeah.
and Niala. And what was yours, Arden? Sorry. Oh,
I got 15.
Oh, so you're in there, Arden. Okay, so you, Maruk, as you stare down the corridor and you take another step inside, see some slithery things drop from the wall, almost completely invisible, but with your high dark vision, you make them out, and they drop to the floor and start proceeding towards you. They are snake-like with a beak and tentacles coming at you.
Oh.
What is it with this place and tentacles?
I think I know what it is. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna rage.
You see 5 of them drop.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna rage.
Oh boy.
I need
And
to
then-
heal.
So I need to mark that off. And then I'm going to swing at the first one, like the one that's closest to me with my Warhammer. So that is a 17 to hit.
Hit.
And then that is 1d8. So that is 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15 base damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Divine Fury is a further 5 damage.
So what, 19?
Yeah,
19, yeah.
kind of just see like this. The Warhammer just glows and just
Yeah,
with the Divine
okay.
Fury.
Okay, cool. Up next is Arden.
Just a quick one, DM. The
Yeah.
time that we spent in that chamber, would
Yeah.
that have counted as a short rest or not?
No.
Are you hurt?
But you had a long
I
rest.
mean, I took 8 points of bloody damage from that crystal. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
also,
So
quick,
Go on.
quick side note: these things aren't surprised by us, are they?
no, I doubt it.
No.
I'm not surprised.
They saw us coming.
Saw you.
Damn it!
Righto.
Damn it! I could have got an extra 2d6 in.
Is that
I'm-
sneak attack?
No, that's surprise attack.
Why is it that? Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm just going to attack whatever Rook is attacking.
Okay. There's
Try
one
and keep
in front
some
you.
kind of
That
defensive
you see the
unit.
one that is kind of surging towards Rook very, very quickly.
Can you see?
I Go for it.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, for God's sake, I can't see, can I?
You can't see. You have
So
to
do I have to roll at disadvantage?
You will.
Don't worry, I have something that can help. So just,
So the first one is a 22,
Okay.
and the second one is a 23.
You definitely hit.
Oh,
Hey.
damn.
Boom.
Yeah.
There's the rolls that we needed.
There we go.
Right where
Not-
it
Yeah.
matters, though, right in the combat. So yeah.
Yeah.
I've got them when they count.
Stop it.
So
Was
so
that your
damage.
Batman?
Is it
It's
Kitty?
one of them.
Oh,
So that's 8 damage with the first attack.
oh, I like his
Yeah.
hair.
James, take him away. Feed him.
And then so
There is-
8 damage with the first attack.
yeah.
And then second attack.
What are you attacking with, by the
Uh,
way? Sorry.
So my first attack is just with my sword, so that's 8 damage.
Yeah.
And then my second, which is my bonus action, which is my unarmed
Unarmed strike.
unarmed strike. That's it. So the first roll is a 14. Second roll is a 21. So I've got to go with the 14
You
because
hit.
it's disadvantage. I hit. Okay, cool. So damage on that is 6 damage there.
You hear Maruk bellow in the darkness, and you hear the mighty warhammer swing forwards and it collide with something, and you focus in on your monk-like ability deep inside you, those years of training. You slash out with the sword and then take a blow with your right foot, a kick to the side of this thing unknown to you, what even it appears to be. In the darkness, you feel your boots squelch, and that thing moves no more.
Oh,
Sweet.
ouch.
Okay, so it's Nan.
I'm then hold on. I'm then gonna use. How many of these things are there? You said 5.
There are 5, but you can't see any of them, so you have no idea how many there are because no one's told you.
True. In that case, then I'm just going to spend a key point.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do patient defense.
Okay.
So basically, anything that attacks me has disadvantages on, I think it's checks, attack rolls on me until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay, so anything that goes for you, tries to bite you, is going to roll at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. So next up, it's you, Nan.
It's Sin, right? It is.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Oh, sorry. 14. Oh, sorry. I messed up my order here. Sorry, Sin. Now, then Nan. Sorry, yeah. So you see Arden slash out in darkness and stomp on this creature, and one of them goes down. There's another load slithering towards you and the party.
Are they all in front of me?
They're in a row coming up. Let me just reveal this passageway a bit more, and then you can sort of make out where they're coming. So
Yeah.
you're looking. You know when you make a map and you can't see it yourself because you're using a really stupid way of making maps. They're coming up from this way now.
Okay, so
Alright.
it's not as squeezy, tighty.
No,
Like
you can stand
here, okay.
easily two abreast, at least maybe 3 for the smaller folk. Maruk is at the front, so you can squeeze past.
Alright, so I wanna go in front of him
Yeah.
and then
Go
cast.
bear, go bear.
There's not enough. I don't think there's gonna be enough room for a bear. Or not yet, anyway. But I want to do this first. I want to cast Fairy Fire,
Yeah.
and you have to make a
you.
you have to make a Dex save of 15.
Yeah.
All
Nails it.
right. It has a range of 60 feet.
Yeah.
So anything that like, yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
So it's
Isn't it-
fire, right?
No, it's called fairy fire. So what happens is dancing lights appear all over the place. And
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now
They-
Arden can see.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
illuminate enemies within a certain radius.
Yeah.
So
And then
you absolute beauty. I can actually see.
so you've given him that's advantage now, isn't it?
yep. Everyone has advantage on the enemies are outlined.
Okay, so everyone gets advantage on these creatures now on your attack rolls, apart from Arden, because yours is just kind of disadvantage advantage. Yours is just a standard roll now. Okay.
Mine's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now what are you doing? Sorry, Sin, what are you doing now?
Then can I cast Flame Blade since it's a bonus action?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
So what that does is, I invoke a fiery blade in my free hand. So I basically summon a fire blade,
Yeah.
which is similar to the size of my scimitar,
Yeah.
and it lasts for 10 minutes as long as I can keep concentration.
Okay.
And that's it, because I can't do
Fairy
anything else.
fire concentration as well.
Oh,
Please keep fairy fire up. I need that.
okay, no, I'm gonna just cancel my flame blade.
I can't.
I can see with the ambient lights from his flame blade, right?
That's pushing it.
I mean, it's fire. It's surely a flaming blade is the same as a torch. Like,
Yeah, I'm not casting my flame blade because I do not think that's right.
I'm just checking the spells. Hold on.
Yeah, they're both concentration. I'm gonna just cancel flame blade and just focus on fire.
Okay.
if anything, I would argue a flaming blade has more light than a torch.
Fuck's sake.
Was that an argument with the DM?
Oh,
I
Not
mean-
at all. Not at all. Not at all.
mean,
just
I
just
wanted
putting something out
to
there for you
actually.
to consider.
Luke,
I
shut up
wanted to
now.
actually take dancing light, but the thing is with dancing light,
So it's not your
It's-
roll just yet. So Sin hasn't finished their move yet.
Yeah.
So Sin, you've cast
just-
fairy fire. You've given people advantage, and those that couldn't see, they can now see.
Yeah.
Where do you stay where you are?
Nah. Then I will go behind Rook.
Yeah.
So that I can like just concentrate on that, since I can't really do anything else besides wild shape. But I don't want to do that just yet.
So you kind of poke around Maruk and reach forwards, and from your hands issues forth a dazzling array of sparkling pink lights, and they dance over towards these slithering creatures that you see. And now Arden, for the first time, illuminated in sort of phosphorescent glow neon, is these worm snake-like things with 4 huge incising tusks and tentacles, and a beak and tentacles coming at you.
ew.
I
now it's
preferred
your
it when I
turn,
couldn't see them.
Okay. So let's hunter's mark one of these.
Yeah. So the ones that's getting closest.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, pressed it too many times on D&D Beyond, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. Okay, and then I guess just take a shot at it.
Straightforward bow. You pull your bow back. You release. So you're rolling to beat its AC. So you roll your attack roll.
And I click here in D&D Beyond, I think. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Longbow to hit. So you
Cool.
pull it back, stunk, straight thump, into the creature, and yeah, you hit it.
Okay.
So
So
you roll for your damage, and then your hunter's mark your damage, and then your hunter's mark damage as well.
So 1d8 plus 3. Oh, look, it's maths, my nemesis.
If
I'm gonna
D&D
write-
didn't have to have maths, it'd be so quicker.
Yeah.
Play Dungeons and Dragons, they said. It's fun, they said. Use your imagination,
Yeah.
they said.
If I'd have known this was what I was learning for in maths, I would have studied a lot harder.
Okay, so I'm
I mean,
going
it's
to
not
roll a
exactly difficult
d8 and then a
maths.
d6.
No.
So the D8 is for your standard damage and your D6 your hunter's mark, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, go for it.
Roll. So 6 plus. 1. So 7, 8, 10.
10. Okay, so thunk, that goes in, and then do you have a bonus action you can take?
Hunter's mark is a bonus action, I
That
think.
is the
isn't
bonus.
it?
Oh,
No,
you
it's
pass that. Yeah. You do that as your bonus action, then fire. But now it's marked. That one is now marked. That one that you were aiming at. Okay. And then Nyala.
So far, one is dead and one is seriously injured.
One has an arrow hanging out of it. It doesn't. It's still slithering at a pretty reasonable pace.
Okay, I'm going to target this one too,
Mhm.
and what I'm gonna do is going for some. Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to cast it, and you have to do me a Wisdom save with a DC of 12.
Well, I rolled a 3. And how many does that hit? It's a large area, isn't it? It's all of them.
Is it?
I think Toll the Dead is.
Toll the Dead.
Is it several people?
Tolls actually, if because
No, it's
because
one
you're
creature.
missing 8 points.
Yeah.
That's mean instead of doing a D8,
Yeah.
it's doing a D12 of damage.
Oh, go on then.
Oh.
D12 here.
Kill it.
And roll.
Kill it.
That too.
It's a 2.
2. There's a ringing sound that echoes through the cavern.
Oh.
You hear this bell going, and you didn't really consider that might make some more things come. The bell rings out.
Fuck.
And the creature kind of, you hear it, whatever serves for its ears, it tries to turn away from you, and it carries on slithering. So now they are going to go. So the first one is going for Maruk. Attacking with its tentacles first of all, and it rolls a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And four.
What kind of damage is that?
Slashing.
So I take half because rage.
Okay, and then it goes in with its beak. And absolutely misses you with a 2. The second one that no one's taken any hits against is going to go for Arden, who is at the front of the pack.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. $15.
Nope, that misses.
Okay, it misses. It goes for its second attack, and misses because of the your shield of, what was it called again? Sorry.
It's just it's what is it? It's it's just patient defense.
You're just kind of guarding yourself. So with your swift,
I'm just preparing myself for attacks.
Yep. Okay, the next one's going to try and slither around Maruk and try and get to Sin, like go between Maruk's legs.
Would I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I'm going to give you an
Thank
attack of opportunity on it.
You better kill it.
That is a. Oh god, math. 21.
21, you hit it.
And that is in. Is it? Yeah,
Whatever you're hitting it with.
yeah. That is 12 Damaggio plus 2 because rage. Because I'm angry.
14 then, yeah?
Yeah.
Would it be in range of me as well for an attack
It's
of opportunity if I was standing next to it?
legs. So
If you're
Don't
if
you
you're
dare.
angry,
You can
does that
kick it
mean
if you
you're
miss.
you rebuff that attack and it then goes for you, Maruk, again.
Okay.
if you
Appallingly.
rage
With
and
you
you're
smashing
a beast?
with your warhammer.
Does that mean you're angry furry?
Are you an angry furry, Maruk?
Shh. No. Shh.
He's furious.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, so the last one in the pack goes for Arden again, and
I
roll
had to.
19. Arden. No, sorry,
yeah,
with
that hits,
disadvantage.
but it's a disadvantage.
Both attacks miss with your patient defense.
Sweet.
So we're back to the top of the order then, Maruk. You've got the one between your legs that you've just kind of half stomped on, and 2 that have not been tagged.
Wicked. I'm gonna go for the one that's between my legs. So that is 18.
Yeah.
So then it's. Oh, stop going for 20. 8, 13, 14, 15. 21 damage.
Tell me how you do it.
So kind of as he's kind of between my legs, I just kind of just hold my warhammer just upside down. It starts glowing with the divine energy, and I just drop it.
So you are now disarmed.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to pick it up.
Okay. Alright.
Like just with Murk, it's not a mic drop.
It's a hammer drop.
It's hammer drop. Stop, it's hammer time.
No.
Right. So
Hammer time.
round to you, Arden.
Great. So there's one with an arrow in its head, right? Which I can see.
Yeah.
How many others are there standing now?
2 more
there was-
that have not been tagged, and the one that's been tagged.
So there's 3 dead, 2 still standing that
No,
have been
3
tagged.
still standing. One that Rook smashed with the hammer. One that was killed right straight at the beginning. One with the arrow in its side, and 2 that haven't been tagged. So it's 5 in total.
Okay. Well, I can only go for the one that's tagged. Can't see the other 2
Okay.
because I'm blind. So I'll
Oh no, sorry. I mean,
take
they've not taken any hits. They're still lit by fairy fire.
so it's anything that's in the radius, not what was in the radius
I think
when it
it's
was
in that
cast.
radius. What's the radius of fairy fire, please?
Reach is 20, but the area is 20.
Yeah, and that's tight
So
space.
anything with. Okay, so it's not when it happened when it was cast. It's anything within that area, whether
It's
it leaves
as long
or
as he's
exits.
concentrating, I think.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Just
So
wanted to
you
make
roll
sure.
with standard roll.
So I can see them all.
Whatever you can see now.
I'm still going to go for that one that's got an arrow in it anyway. So that's a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Sweet. And that is 9 damage with the first strike.
Yeah.
And then my bonus action, I'm going to. That's 16 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that is 4 damage.
This thing is crawling along the floor, barely able to move. One of its beak, its lower beak is smashed, but it's still hungry for meat as it still tries to slither onwards towards you, Sin.
And I'm also going to, just to
Oh, sorry.
say again, I'm going to use another key point for a patient defense.
Okay, patient defense. You go into this state looking out for the next one coming towards you. Sin.
I'm a cast. What was it called again? It was called Thorn Whip.
Okay, so that breaks your concentration.
No, that's a cantrip.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna hit one of the ones that in the back, one of the 2 that haven't been hit yet.
Yeah, go for it.
Uh,
Or your attack.
What is it? Plus 25.
Yeah.
6 plus not 6 damage.
Sorry, 6 damage.
Mhm.
Cool.
Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. No, nothing else.
Okay, lovely. Nan.
I will shoot the one that's 100 marked still, even though it's
Yep.
on its last slither.
Yep.
Doesn't have legs.
Oh, it's last
On its last tentacle. Okay, let's roll to hit. Oh. Okay, 25.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no.
All the rolls are counting when we need them.
Yeah.
And they rolled a 3 for their initiative, so.
Huh?
They rolled a 3 for their initiative, so they're really.
Right, so I D8 and I D6.
Yep.
I D8. Oh, you can do 2 at once. I really should do that.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, so how do you want it? So your bow launches, it kind of rears up, its bottom beak smashed off, and you fire straight down its throat, and it shoots out the other end, and this thing drops.
Oh,
Cool.
Nice.
Since I've still got.
If I could see that in detail, I'd be going, woo!
you kind of can.
You see one of the creatures
Yeah.
that previously looked like it was raving, go still.
Can I
Cool.
bonus action move my hunter's mark to another?
Okay,
Dude.
you going for the one that Sin had tapped, or the far one?
I think which one's closest? Which one's gonna? Are they both kind of pretty much?
Closest one is the one that Sin tapped.
Okay, let's go with that one.
Hunter's mark. Okay. And then we're back round to Nyala.
Okay. So the nearest one is Mark,
Yeah,
right?
Hunter's mark. It's been hit by Thorn Whip from Sin.
I'm looking at my spells right
Mhm.
now. What I'm gonna do
Sorry,
is cast a firebolt
firebolt. Okay,
on
yeah,
this one.
on the one closest. Yeah.
Oh, I got a 10.
So a whirling, raging ball of fire shoots down the corridor, and Arden, you see the whole place light up, and you see that the passageway ahead of you, most definitely all of you see the passageway curve around somewhere ahead of you. It scorches over the heads of these little slimy worm things on the floor, and it doesn't have any effect. Now they're going to go again. We've got Maruk and Arden still holding up the front, so we've got just the 2 of them left. 2 of them left. 16 against. Sorry, 16. 19 against you, Murik.
19 just hits.
Okay.
Ah.
2, 8. And then second attack. 19 again.
Yeah, just about hits.
4.
Okay. So yeah, is that like slashing?
One
Or
slashing.
piercing.
First one slashing, second piercing.
Yeah, so they're both halved because I'm angry as all
You're
hell.
raging. Yeah, okay. And the other
So
one
that's 6
remaining
points in
is
total.
at you, Arden, because you were kind of leading up the road.
Don't forget disadvantage.
Yeah. 16.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. And the second one misses as well. Second
Sweet.
attack misses as well. Back up to Maruk.
So is it just the 2 left now? Yeah.
You've got one that's been thorn whipped and hunter's mark. Obviously, you wouldn't know that, but one that's thorn whipped by Sin, and one that is completely freshened.
Okay, I'm going to go for this fresh one.
Yep.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, right, okay. So is it just double dice?
So double dice, add your pluses. Or
Yeah.
roll your dice and double it. So, yeah, roll your dice and double it. Some people do it different ways, don't they? So,
Is it so double dice, but then singular modifier?
indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. 16.
Yeah, I think when you crit on D&D Beyond, it automatically just it gives you twice the amount of dice rather than doubling the dice
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
28 points of damage.
Tell me how you
Ooh.
do this.
Mm.
So
That.
I kind of just run up to this thing, and as I'm kind of running, my warhammer just starts to glow, and I just kind of just jump and just bang straight in its little beak, and it just kind of
creature-
radiates.
Please tell me
the
as he
radiant-
jumps, he bashes his head on the ceiling.
Oh no.
He leaps,
Clunk. Ow. Smack.
he leaps forwards and almost in a pounce, so travels mostly horizontally with the war hammer held in front and slams down across the tentacles and beak. You hear the breaking of the chitin plates upon its back and this kind of cracking eggshell sound as the beak flattens to the floor, the tentacles quiver
Oh.
on the outsides, and then still, and it's down.
what the- do
Oh,
I have any bonus actions? No, I don't.
Okay, so now you're back to Arden.
Well, I didn't need to see that when I could hear it. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna go for a hit at the one that's been thorn whipped, which is the last one, I presume.
Yeah.
So that is a 14 to hit.
Yeah, just.
And that is 8 damage.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then I'm going to use unarmed strike. So that is 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is 6 damage.
This creature is very bloodied.
Hmm.
I'm going to use my final key point then to have one more strike on it
Okay.
for a flurry of blows. That is 19 to hit.
Yeah.
I just felt that you're going all out on a picture.
And that's 7 damage.
precisely the amount required. So you slam into this creature, you kick it, and then you pound it with the ball of your palm until it is nothing but a smear in the stone. The passageway is still.
Is it over? Are they all gone?
Arden can't
Guys?
see very well, guys.
We're just quiet.
Guys,
No.
you still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
We're all still here,
Good.
friend. I just kind of just walk back to him and just kind of just put my hand on his shoulder.
Arden jumps.
It's okay, friend. We are good now. We are done.
Everybody's alive, yeah?
You should check out.
No, I'm dead. I'm a ghost. Of course we're alive.
Okay, cool.
I'm just dead silent. Thanks.
Hey, Mark, can you carry him? Because he's gonna bump in everything.
Fine. Come on. Up you go, little monk.
Can I see if I can? Well, I was about to say, can I see if I can hear anything? We know it's getting close to midnight. With
Yeah. Sorry, it went on so long. you spent some time with this.
Is Sun unconscious again? Because I can't hear her.
No.
No,
So,
Sin's
No,
fine.
she's fine.
Maruk
Okay.
offers you a hand up to his shoulder, Arden.
I think he's a little bit too proud for a piggyback. I just walk behind you with my hand on your back.
By all means, you can have a piggyback.
I appreciate the offer, but no. Just no.
Oh, for the God's sake! And she just grab him and just put him on her back.
Okay, make a strength check. Nyala.
Are you telling me Nyala's going to try and pick Van Arden up and put him on the back of her?
Yes.
40.
If this is when there's a natural 20.
So a strength v strength then. So like Nyala's versus.
Do I get to contest this?
Yeah. You can contest your roll.
Is it a strength saving throw or is it a strength check?
No, I'm going to say you're resisting it as she tries to pick you up.
Okay.
We're on that one. We're on that one.
Oh, please roll lower than 14.
19.
Oh,
Nyala, you run and try and put your head between the back of Arden's legs in the darkness and try to pick him up, but kind of just get stuck again.
Yeah, I clamp my legs together so it's like a head stuck between the bars.
She manages to pull herself out with that kind of extra bit of kind of loose skin that cats have and pops out, and she's but all of her fur is pulled the wrong way and is kind of sticking up around her.
brilliant.
You walk further down this passageway and it twists and turns somewhat as you move further around. And I don't even know where my own map goes. And you are venturing further into the cavern. And no, we're getting late, guys. So I kind of want to rush this bit forwards, okay?
It's okay. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just to get to a convenient kind of place. As you edge gingerly
Guys, I have
round,
to go.
looking,
Unfortunately.
literally, I'll end it now. So you walk down this passage and you find in front of you curves round once again. You find there's a set of stairs. A set of stairs that Nan
phew.
recognizes. And that's where we'll close the campaign for today.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Woo.
Cool.
Good
Hey.
work, guys.
good work. Good night.
Good
See ya.
night, everybody. Sorry it went on so
Bye.
long.
Right.
No,
No, it's okay.
I'm okay. I'm eating now, so.
What time is it for you guys?